Adofo so mene wa hia Badwam TV me ma kwaba ho te sen me de nyame asesa wo se ho ye onyame nkoso a enhira o no mia kwan hodo ma wa ne gie bewie peyo me a megina ha edin yam yeso ene ni tekotego na nanu me no kansem bi a efa ne ma ye ho a ema ye were ho ena me no ka de to so miensa enema bi wo ha ye ta yo ana nsem bi wo ha ye ta bobo ho ena me ye di awere ho ne ebre thinking that mistakes and failures are a sign of doom. Simple, when says sifom. Simple, why be na wadi nkuguo. Simple, and from so be at all. No, I don't say, wait, my brother, baby, Yanasa. Ye, Banasa, and I from so way. Oh, minimum baby. Sabita fracture. Or Prince Abba may be warano. On the play you. Nephew, or quite any movie, you know. When who say, ah, make one, and then I may try. Ah, be me yata, be me no di mani. He say, "What for Timopono akopeda da." Afi na abo ho so bo na me be me so sa. One artist ka koyo ba ho ade so say, "Wanu ho." Hwe, it is normal for you to make mistakes. Sebe TV an nipa onye pepepe. Amfom so abata nipa ho. Na emmom oyamfom so a entremu emmobo mfom so no ho. Se say wo pekwan betima fa so atretre be bia oyamfom so no. Me kam emra me work class 2. Yeah, bibia na teacher na make yen say no so monko ye correction monko siesie da moyo ye no nya ko transe na bobo ho ne adwene ho ne ye correction no make ye correct. Corrections are normal part of life because we are fallible. Nipa bia ni ho a oye pepepe obi ani wa ne nsa so na twajare na empo etrenye brofre ne apam ahunu obi adwene mu ento na obi bon eboko shota frere say that tie bia no tire bia won sa be si from tera bia ba yamfom so tera bia empo bedin kuguo obu a odin kuguo a me de masayi o yi na manye yi o a obi a ye na me de makofa de anye obi afa kwampa so na me de na me nam so mebrei e na obi a de aye me na me ntimi nye bibia pepepe sei san sem aka kire ho no e na ma odi awere ho aden no obi a ye na me de menye yi aden no obi a afro a na wadu esoro na me de me fro na ma wai adan no bia brabo ekoso na me de enkoso adan na me de bia danfonso na atomie adan na de bia me de minsa sifom adan na me de me din kuguo na ka wana din kuguo no so on sa sifom na udin kuguo ana fom so to wa anu chese wa brabo ba weye o e chese na me bo ha bia wanye na kwampa so ye se wo sua se de ba ye no obia ni ho a odi nkunimu a wani nkuguo da na mo suahu na osua wo nkuguo mu no ena ma otumpon ye ni pa de afonsho wo ye ho woni a ye ni won di akone aban afonsho wo no ho ye beti wa kan ye be de wa da o ebi be ma won sa sifom nya ye ne papa ne be obone nya ne fa akwampa so no timu po ne so do be fa kwambone so enye obi timu po ene otimu po te kwan bia so no woni a ne won bubra no nya ne awodwe ne won adwene ebi be ma won sa sifom empo ni awode tare ya wadwon se ebe tare akose we na be wai enkuguo beba amfomso beba ahwase beba nemom eba emisa se adan na me de bia me no ato ne mfomso hene enkuguo hema wonye enkuguo hema na wonye mfomso hene na wonye obi a yede wode de bia wonse besi fom yese wo trase na bisa ho se ede ne ba ya me di enkuguo Timopo be na me faye ana montuo be na me toye ede na ma nwene hu ye a ma me nsa sifom hwan na me ma na kwan ma ne ba ma brabo mu na wadi mi ani adi minya den na me kofa beta me ho a na atumi se ye efi na ko isa di pa na me ma na emu ma brabo biom sa adwe me nwene biom. Now I have a new feature and a day menya da foforo ene bo ho me yoye nipa bo ha me no mbo ko tata frɛ ani se me no mbo ko tata frɛ no be yi wo mafuma brabom na me ankasa mapekwa mafa so e de safata mahua de won gugu mremu na mayeye akwansidie bia atomie no etome ema de sua ka kire ho akwansidie bia atomie no etome ema de sua mensa bia esifom no mensa sifom se mesua de afom so bia aba no e ba se mesua de ama se me mfrɛ me ho se me de me mfom so hene me nkugo hene anankugo hema ada bi se otimi esore waka epe akade usuade na mpo unyana muntuo bitu a bebia wotra ya wotehwe no betimi agina ho agina brane ayeye bebia amanfo ehu a wosere wo no betimi agina atona muntuo emo abonsam ama ho se oye we de eto no ento nti watimi akwanim abrabo aye boy de usabesi fom afom so beba enkuguo beba tere bia enkoyie tere bia wotimu pa wo no enko ne sa entra ho enwinwi emobo eni awreho sore na mpo pe akade a betimi da kan abrabo ho na bebia wotehwe no wasore aprapra ho na wakwanim abo aponchi babi o ena enkura bi ato amra ena okoto amra nim no okoto amra mu no amra ni amra donko da bia na osu wopeko abafa so apie na afi ase wotete brono ho sofo de woni yese obeto anwea gu no so na wakana ahye anwea nam no wakuno because afi ho na adwene na abo na yeto anwea no gu no so na aposo no ho na wagina anwea no so ni ato na aposo no ho na wagina so na waka me sa nti opuso no ho na anwea no gu no na ase a na ama abasoro prekope anwea no ba so na uhuri epie yeto bo wa poso ho me ma na ntare wo ho obi na ka asem bi a enye kire wo obi na ka de enye a ensem fata kire wo mama ana obi ena ma won sase fom poso ho me ma na na adwendwen wo wadwen poso obi na ka ase wo de wonye yie me ma na nya obi na ma won sase fom adwuma mu abrabo mu na ware mu me ma na nya poso ho na gina so na sinkete na se de tie bia no adwen foforo abefa no be mo watwa na monto foforo ujira kane ne omane mu a woda ne kane nipa na wotwa na monto foforo a woda ne nipa foforo ene de ya medija won se emfa ho de ato wo emfa ho bebia won sasi fom emfa ho ne ofo se wanya wo emfa ho fom so ba abrabo mu ne ato wo bia no betimi apa no aduro asode afrimu se wo sesa se da obu ho atemfa se wo se wa no kasa ne wotimu pokasa ne mpo opa akade na ope emwa firi obi onim ho papa me sase fom boa me papa anko yie dia na metimi ayo pe obi ono so wo suahunu a wo nyansa obetimi ahye wo nkuran ne mpo bebia kan se ka waka ho no wo so be sore etona muntu aka anim onipa se da tie bia no fom so ho se da tie bia no nya se da apa na abenya no se da tie bia no sa be si fom se da tie bia no obedi nkuguo na nkuguo mu na yegina nya yedie afom so ba ye pe nyoma betu aye na yasakra mu o se si fom a enyina ho enye ense katandam sode na poso ho sa abo na me kire wo no na ko anim aha na me do besie edin ya me so ye ni tekotego na ya me de se wonya amre etie mie onyame enhyira wo wachina ebehia
yada ni tego ase papa won kranshen sama wode amaye nti wo mistake bia wo beye no de wo si abrabo foforo mu atretro wo ne ma foforo bi mu a wo beye no so ne yegina mu akwaba aboache de wa Badwam TV bedwam kase yi so mede afia amankwa tamaklo nsam no doso ne etodwa wo mu bi ya wo beti ni IGP no ankasa hyebo Islamic Senior High School ya bambofo mo ban wi akire enkura prepra no wo behwehwem na fe wo de ho nsam no aba ene ya shukuufo nso na tiduase ehwuade ne nyina ne za contractor ya day shukuu da na sha nsa no waja si ho ekore ba bi entia eno ne nsem bi na no pa mede bro Badwam TV bedwam kase oba Facebook/Badwam TV akase no ho like comment na share mi amesomo medi afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni die mutie se de nsem ni chemu ankasa etie Omaimu posi sahine wonu ankasa age ato no ho so abo apro akọ Islamic Senior High School ye wo asantemantem ahyebo sade enam so ema bambofo enkohwe ema asomdwe mrewi akire akototo mframaja tear gas bi amankora atwitwa ahwe no odemu ahwehwemu no bepia bonten na fe bebia wo se eda no adaho asomdwem Badwam TV kase edeba
of the town and the community. And in fact, every child is a daughter or is a son of any elder in the community. That's how we have been brought up, and that's our culture, and it is in that spirit that we have to run and come to you because we see you as our children, and therefore everything affecting you is touching us directly as if you are our true biological. See what we have seen, and feel what we have felt, and touch what we have touched. Our hearts are at peace, and therefore we can go back to Accra with a spirit and with a mind that all of you are safe. And with this, the incident also that happened, as your head pastor has said, as soon as I touched base and went round and saw the dangers that you were exposed, I made a couple of calls, and the urban roads and its leadership have accepted to quickly come around and ensure that the right thing is done to save your life, to live your full potential. Anytime you are confronted with challenges, you have the leadership at the student level, and you have the leadership at academic level, you have the leadership at the residency level, and you have the leadership at the very top of the school level.
My uncle St. Mary's Vocational Institute, no war as a man kase, war lower West Achievement Simu, or Poyamantemo. Now 2020 no more February, Bosumi mo na ye days to cool no Emma contract, say, won't see a dying ya ICT womo 3-unit classroom block, a dormitory block on some mama. Na we see so we as one way a camurum, then so to go soon. They say in Crown and Cos Womuti school, there must be na administration fonts your word, you man, say, Ominati Niase. Adom TV kase etwaso.
Brepa ensuo to ayentimi. Ti ensuo to ayesuan de agi ya paake ye niam ne kokogu wono me sante ya ne ye de aba. Teachers ne nso ho kire wom. Teachers ne ho kire wom pa. Ti de yesre ne so me ba beboa hen. Because yentimi kura niam bebre koso ase enyefe. Yesuan de enum bebre na ensuo ni timi toto ayesa. Yesense ensuo to bre mu nso ye ho kire pa. Ti endra se ye ho kire wa anum se pa ensuo to sa ya wotere pa nti de esra ban ne so be ba beboa yeni classroom ni bi kra
say fio ba I was say park bibia coincide tables na edition ade no practical tables na edition ade nti say so no togu so a ebetimi asay nti say so no ba was say park bibia coincide ya nya ne faster yamani bebre na betimi asay say
Administrative Secretary your St. Mary's Vocational Institute Pearl Emefata Krama ade ato empenyufo a womo ehwe ehomasuan ho semsom eso won hwe se acheche fododo na no wode omo ebeba empotem ho no ma beboa ama adesua akoso
the staff strength and so you lack staff, especially the core subjects. You lack staff, teachers, yenibi.
Kwanchefo panyin a woda Top Construction Limited Daniel Kwadwo say ono na school dan sie ehye ne sase contractor wo kyese ne saka sika bi efraban ne ho eti animanim ya no obedrumu e won potem ho no abehye say edan sie no ebekoso wano edi ama wo mu.
You have to use your money. They give you mobilization. You use your money to do that. We were short of money. We did some job. They didn't pay. We wanted to bring the money down here, but they didn't pay. Even up to now, that made us. Not that our camp didn't give us money.
Akwantufo ne asenkafo ya womo fa temamoto we no so de womo tibibi pa womo to ase na ne nyina no eye traffic a womo di so anka moto we de nke bia wo wani tetebe simedu asambi de anka wadu nso ne womo to so 3 hours that's we gina fa konkran ha ya sanka aka so kokuma so kra bia anka wadu ayi enkoko ho baby womo gina womo to so sa ne nyina ye nsamso bia womo eye ntia adom kase kwa mianum ene adehye edinkobo.
3 hours every time overhead no 3 hours di oh anka nyumre di anka unze nyumre traffic insurance ni ha nti anka nyumre project na anka be better but bibini obeso ehun so ye ejuma nti obema misfortune there you know yenyina ye brebresa
ifi ashama overhead no medima 1 hour 30 minutes na chaga na pay for munyim omunyim adodo omoye enye ba ne na me de me kecha aburu ni be ye nti omo mpese omoye ekwan no dedade kwami nkruma ye kwan ni abaga na pay na wadwen de kwami nkruma ye kwan ni 60 years nti yanso ye nya bi Ghana kwanhwa omo de cement ena omo de ye aburu ni be ye ntemo de quota ba Ghana pay no adwunde obekọ Dubai wa akwachele Dubai wa ye no kwana nka obekọ akwachele
anka at this time no anka this lanes no outer lanes say we anyhow no omo fanya lanes now e move faster from behind because behind is too terrible for us because people are stealing themselves using this lane but we rather using the main road being delayed. I'm going to work. I've spent almost about 3 hours.
From tomorrow about before you reach overhead, from that place to here, almost getting to 3 hours now.
You see, on one case, Yakita, Obika, not by this time. But the traffic, my bed there is. And I put it front to no more direct traffic in the year. How much it is, I
couldn't say. I was saying, or yeah, was a say, our coins, and uncle or the sea giants in this one, because our traffic into Ambassa.
President, you know, the Ghana Institute of Engineering, engineer Kwabena Bempong, and what you are doing, Trebia Basanka, Ebeya, Insurance, National Insurance Commission, Penfo, one more any Toby, on crowd Toby, now on farm more road sector, no, a buying, na Yamfania, Yapino, a quite a baby or Honomoye, Abno Pokia, Hiniano, Edin Comway.
Insurance, it was a third party damage. Into what say will be at the end, insurance, I will say, up to the limits of your insurance. A broswa, when also a name some pretty brain, and masosa. In my argument, I'm here and say, car no boomer, so car be it is assumed that you are insured cars in our Ghana. If you say, and only Emrano, I will say National Insurance Commission, at this sika be a boa road agencies, no. Na omudi sisi akwan no say crash barrier bi ehun kan omko sisi because crash barrier no you to see for a purpose and the purpose is what safety say na be ya o drive na asemsi won help break a failing na okopem na emfa wo enko ditch and I say muni na nkoto fom omo sika omojeje no omo mfa bi omo say yenya nipa no dey fine na omo bet omo pay fund bi you never boy road agencies no they are replacing because Pokwasi hand over next month and so some catch your name must say I will say Copisca as handy by ya so we are
Mayanto Badwam Kasiano so na oti mantam ne mosofo ye Joshua Makabu ene wode atodwa se edua bia for June no NDC amanyoko no ekokodua ye won kwanta community day senior high school ede ye nkaidum ewo womo 43rd anniversary ne NDC amanyoko no 30th anniversary won kwanta south no won kotutu mfiri ho Adom TV etwaso
and people lost their livelihood. People are still crying over it. So for us to sit down as a country, as a municipality, as a region or a school, and allow trees to be planted on a compound to signify this day where people lost their lives. What we are doing is that we are indirectly saying that if your grandfather was General F.K. Amufu, Ignatius Kutu Achampo, and General Afrifa, then it means that you should not come to Kwanta Community Senior High School. Because if you come there, you see the trees there, and you remember before, and you remember the death of your father.
Enwechi ena twetwerefo ya woda NDC amanyoko no ano Johnson esiedun katia editu dwa se enhyehyeye bi ene fapem bi ena NDC amanyoko no etoye ne senti June 4th no eye da bia ebo a wono pa ema amanyoko no wotimi ehyemu kena na amanyoko no bekosoa edisa eda no emu afahye
yenye batia yebu mraso demo yepe na baako amagana fo nyina nansa ye before wamu election no multi say throughout the country wamu ye bi wo e-blocks no mu multi say wamu ye na ye si e-block kra ye yatenchai na wo kwa akoye party function e wo e-block no no anya impudence ebe kacha se du katia se o preso me ebe function e wo ibra kwa yes
Empanifo eda Ghana National Association of Private Schools ano esa ban no eye nyiyimu eba ne se free SHS no ne ade no a ekwan a private schools enkwara bo omo hu modene etwa no faso a wode ma ban de na masese no awofo no bebre yi wo man free private de call aban school me ha won modwen pani oda no ne Adom TV kase etwaso.
Well, I think that in the past we have used many avenues of trying to persuade government, the policy makers, to do away with this discriminatory policy of 30% priority placement into category A schools for public schools. So it's reached a level where we indeed need to test the law and see how we can get the issue addressed. Because we cannot continue to suffer this discrimination since it is affecting a significant segment of Ghana's school children, that's the private sector. So indeed, we have spoken to some lawyers already, and we are massing up to take the issue up at the courts.
Na enipa bia no won hododo won kwa yaresabia ewo St Dominic Catholic Hospital wadanchamo mansinumu ewo poye mantamu no enei enam Adom TV Centroni Mamitra Diamond Sunti wo musika no wo muntimi ntua wo mka yaresabia ho no wagina na wodadie so akwakotua e de ama won wi akire monye 100 inhye mo homfanya transportation Adom TV kase etwaso.
Debia baby amenambia na asasem no ne mi di nkomo ene se David ti hodi no ka se Jonathan ti hwan na aka no wo Sofia esese mekoye na adoye na baby a yegina sesie wo sendom ne se me maame owo me se aha no be wo me mi ankasa nso ma wo ha enti meti hodi na me se ma wo dai eye dien a ebia obi wo sendom ne sa ono so hia moa medidi a medie wie sesia nanso saa nipa no so nya saa memu aketo abi na ofi hanom se no kofia ebi obetumi ato abrabo ne so nti ene adan na menko minchi na baabi ko eneye ma woda me ma me sa ha no wo me no menko na menko hwehwe saa nipa na no David kan se Jonathan ti hwan na aka no wo Sofia esese mekoye na doye
enwachi ayarefo bi a atadwefo wa wo mate denne no bi nso ni Adom kase retwe nkoma a wode aseda PSA ema ma mechira Diamond ewa ye de enti saa wa beye won no
yese ade maami aye no na sida de enye na ede asida be man na jinkwa Yesu na o nhira ne mayen papa se to aye to ye ni na si ebenya adwufo bi amana be ye free se wo ha wu
Prebusia for na momfa hania pacho sisi de hania de ajai na kasika na mitu ya kofi nko na aka de nyame da na se se wa huma humobro se mimpie
macho de me waka train say nyame insure no because manda anso da ye mensusu kra ti nyame insure no ba bi oyi fi won ma de bi ohwehwe bi nyankopon ankasa nhye na nem.
Mayenjira no so na yamfa Adom TV Badwam kase no ensi ha anopai de adu so no the bonkrata na ye krado online portals no so aye ready a ye de bremo nti birthday girl ma mechira Diamond o man hene kwabena sante aje won odwa dada memo akwa aba na fe ye hyase madofo memo akwa aba
ye no
da bibia aboko de ze nipa o nyame adom ene de enti obia me ko street
so obeti ibize ade no oni nipa neti Yamu nipa ebra otiase eno na meka wase ma me kire aye wie no one minute o wonte ne ma nko yi wo betimi aboa mafia oyi wani yamu nipa ebra otiase na afina kwabna santino kwabna o kan yampa yamu nipa afia mankwa fede mabre
yo matwai
afia
yes
do ti bika nyani
adana me ne pani mu bi ko me so na we asiyo mate am say jari ya no ko enya de kura that's why so kura nti ebiara mo
ya da je kura
nti me ne wawie
we ko zero zo
me da senti no ye hyase de na Adom online e ho na ye koi na wo hwe animo ha no mo a Dr. Efeni say Dr. Kan ohu ya me ya dom na wo tue wie ye pe no krabre eno ho ade na wo hwe shu dwajo ni ade na ekoso no a wo ba dom online ha bo anim ha kese pa ye bebo ransom foforo mu a Charles Bisiwa o pray General Secretary o MPP amanyoko no mo nso edit the message ama togbe afede efa article 71 office holders no so home Mampani adodanko akufo adon so ebie National Museum no wasiesie ho asabie ano ebiem eho asem efe ohu
eho ayefe papa
de nyame ase tie ne eho asem nie adomonline.com de aba asojafo mienu ene ya che wo mo allegedly wo mo rape nursing student enti eho asem so ewa ha esu ena ekoso level 300 CCTU students no a yehu ya ne twetwa na kwa abie no hu video beto abonten no weekend ono so ya penokra bre na se wani se o ka kire esu pa emu oya ya ne mu oya nti ehu asam bradomonline.com eno nsama foforo bi nsu twagu wani mo hanti ma me aya krado ekra daily guide obokata no o de twaso
New Crusade guide nti me de twaso no na de da ha ne se na no Green Ghana de na ye 10th June no na what they see when this is so be dua 20 million na so empenifo obo amane say 20 million no kra wo motumi dua broye enti the New Crusading guys say Ghana exceeds 20 million seedling target for Green Ghana Day last ministry no na
ye be kwa homa no so quickly aba na watu a wonsem ni so an say we be hwa enkoma abetodwa na say Islamic school amofra na wono ye kira aposi for esane tear gas ego on so ma mofra ni bi akoda yare sabia no ada hye enkomo na se na anopeye to aso ya hwe se de nyomasi akodu ewo hono Deputy Minister Education nimnyam for Reverend Tim Fojo machi
yemi amahini na pomwa
oh nyame adom Reverend bibia eboko na ye ka sei begidi se maso ye hono motu anamon tempa ehwe de ekoso de na beto monim na anamon be na motu
me de enchiasron ko no pe mi ma otifo nyinaache wo be dwa fo no pe fo nyinaache de tie no se enura da no pa na tie se oyi ne BSc Islamic SHS Kumasi ama police for ne student share mu no afaso ma nkura no be 38 die omo ho aka edi omo akọ hospital ye ya naso doctor ya said to Minister for Education to me say member Kumasi member school ho me he said the nyoma ko ne mu ana bibia nto yi e ba ye so e be see Regional Minister, so Regional Director of Education, the Mayor of Kumasi, Charles President, and then Penifo Ahodo, and in about 9 school ho. Ye call Yensono, the Kosher said the Encorano, and whom appear. That's our call Aspiti Ahodoa, and Corano Yaji Moto Hunina Kosher Womu. Na Yankopo Adomara Qua said the ability to draw na acquire in the no, Yakohe na and yes, sanity. Amyadma 1 year womukika no according to nurses for any doctors so nice they were treating them on respiratory issues no home any adeno so they were treating them on those a lot of the people no sa conditions na stampede nearby no womo treat them kakra bi na atunse bi na ne mema so atia na se ne bi ahotre onyina no they were treated out of 38 no the more 22 there mahine enra na we wom
out of 38 no
back to campus
out of 38 no out of 38 22 abafie akọ school
out of enra nyumri
okay
enra na yakosa wom no yenim ho a wom yi emu 22 emo asan akọ school ye de wom san akọ campus akọto a wom adesua so na 16 na aka nenso no ye hwe wom a omunyina so and very good conditions what Irishemu say nyame adomo a anope so ye be bi aka ho ne ahwede ye beka nso ewie de kopman yumrei ye be de stade wo mo so asan kwa akotoa omu adesua so ewie no esa kosia the entire student population any omu edi nkomo address wo o mahine nika sem ne say the students were in very high spirit eniji a wo edi sha ye kwan ni isi a ye di nkita ho no ehwe nkran pa sabri ntutue bia si di gu akwan mu a ebema academic work nso asase anopɛ ye di egu akwam me da so kuma se a mensa ma nkran anopɛ ya mesa fa ho akɔyɛ sɛ se di gu akwam mu no saa na tie anopɛ ye hese by 7 won be kɔ dan by 7:30 won be call class akosase teacher for obia everybody is also in very good spirit and you know areshemu ede ma wo for ne adeshia hodo a wo mofra Islamic SHS ne se bibia ayeboko situation no are very calm me no ka say the TC to be at to akeka enkwara no nyesa na tie stampede ne ba e woni a wo mu kan ye so no yakopon da Roma do na akra ne yi wo mu akakra kan so ye monitor wo
okay so
mu bia so say ye ne afam as GS na Ministry of Education so yeah so the be ya suahunu bi wo mu a ye benya going forward so the be ya the CEO Islamic SHS enkosi biu e wo school nim na enkosi school fu from no so ye gusu aya sase you know ye manfo nyina nya rehemu se anamonto bia Ministry of Education led by the Minister for Education Honorable Dr. Yausedu Chume SE2 and GSSE2 Emma Bibia Koso Kama Adesua Ekoso Kama na enkorane bambo nso edimu enkorane nso wo mo well-being wo mo welfare ni wo mo safety nso etumi sisi so no ye bibia egu akwam a teacher for nso are in very safe condition, very secured. IGP so eba ho so be na fam de ye nyina ya kan bom de na wo mo hwehwe speed ramp ni aden so ye ne authorities no edin sa wo so ade penin se e be hu nso sanso manu ye wo betu ho na mo ahwese speed ramps ne ne ma bia no bisa no so no wo so betu ho na mo so we can guarantee the safety of the school community even in and around the vicinity.
Okay, just a question, but why they will answer almost all the questions that Kame Busa. But Mame Musa, there's one. More engage the Ashanti Regional Police Service, no, on these matters of kwaya nipa ebo dumping titu isuku man ebo dumping eba monte so sa kwaya obefa so atimi ni won edin kita omo so achirem de ntia omo tu sa na mo na na
so far no kita mudia ye authorities no enya no Bibia edda na kwem o heard the swift action IGP take here obesa school no we so o ye initial investigation the other two joint statement I issue here and corrective measures or the egu akwem a wo mo akasa aconsider wo mo statement no mo say and kwai won fa so ne nkora ndi nkita ho e sa punkum na nkora ne boy no na to sin to be wom bia so one shase etu ho na mo asabri the deputy regional commander no kra no o mo interdict no ne one another officer bi and you know anamoa police phone so etu no and so certainly and you know we will collaborate to make sure that Bibia has come to its finality as on and so because atna Islamic SHS and around the vicinity.
Reverend Tim Fojo, Honorable, finally, multi-mini school authorities no share ebusomo when a man mofano sa a 2 million and a sukun paying for ben and a casa ye cheno I wanted to be see mountain so.
Bassa no ne ashare ye energy yesterday. We may be a basic school BM said you say so are there any coffin. Ye mu ye ni bia so emu bia ketwa entin rehwemu bia se koso bia nso no ya sase gidigidi ya sase pa question bia se bisa ne be se rehwemu bia nso no ya sase a eguso enu regional director for education and so eguso de den and untino in the fullness of time no all the facts in detail will be established. Na yehu be said bibia and sibre esi nehu corrective measures are else iteki ehu sehu na sinya instituting measures are be boa se de be ya NCBU Islamic SHS ho na ye kan sound no na ye hwese NCBU at any other school or mine and to know the nursery investigative processes no afana kwanya iguso in due course the eba beto dwa bi anso no ye de ba beto mani
Reverend Chief for Jomame Nasi say odin the abre quickly ebe say Jina Santimantem wa mayor awo Kumasi enso Yera Sampain se see ebusa no ba community Yera Sampain me Nasi se waje bre so no ye kasa we ye ohiem anasa ade a ensem fatay esi we suku for enkwada so ede anamo ana motu so far about it.
Hello.
Yera Sampain pa chote menka
afida mitonka
am say that's so waje bre so no ye kasa ba de esi wo ohiem ede anamo ana onem panyimfo motu afasa eye ade asi wo Islamic school we.
You imagine me that my child ne o ma hwem ne obi so a otinchen etie no cre a major jurisdiction because the metropolis and moreover me chairman of the metro security committee and the assembly no yina yabo and among echo so be ha IGP or yana me no deputy minister by there no then in regional minister so no na head of regional security council na yina so akoye military yani wo mu akwa she share wo ni de big course a wo kai no she ka ebo enkrofo ewo ho amani bia baby saseti that day ya tena ho akoti na me anim nukura nim since am ya jimi officer mayor krate bia meto me proso say bibia si na wo mu ema any advisors to say baby say yeah, but according to school headmaster no mo see directly no o ma chon krata e de akwa koma baban roast bibisa na wo mo hia ti de no ni say e de baban roast for na akasa the meantime na IGPC were providing ropes na enwa bi na this system kwaso reduce speed no na wo mo de bi atuho no nanche no ye no ban roast kasa so mo be assessment no ma hwe permanent solution to speeding na ekoswo ho no ene ye ne MTT before a building kita ho ya kasa as an assembly your project be a friend a big arrest Bloomberg philanthropy initiative for road safety and nam suntino ya nyinya big guns ne nyama ubisamu motivia wo kumase radio ya ombeka job ya training some of the journalists on issues on road safety no that Bloomberg initiative no plans a war for reduction of speed no the bema and the transport section na wo mu edimu akoche no NMTT before no edidin komo no ba require yina be kan bom na yaboa enura na joy ko ho no so no mu say wo campus no main street no ho no very dark our campus not outside the campus until my said no pay headmaster no o man conform ra fortunately for us no I procure through we are unia napo energy minister but mama menya street lights na work akra the need specific lights are there no
yeah
me be available ne o mumra no mufa emra ne electrical departments no mo fix na e ho so enye extreme now
waji bra ko hwe mufa na on try no
me ne wo mo na call ni nyina ba bia ye call honestly mo friend nyina as at last night na mo friend na aka hospital ho na me nye sure so be do at night no ye you mo nyina ye be nim eno mo yi bia o mo school vehicle ba ko edo mo ko o ma cancel na vehicle na ko asaba abefa wo mo na po mo bus ba ko so di piko ntina nipa na aka na me nye sure so be do for kra but na they were best stable condition I know CBN na no pay wo be mo so school
we will take advantage of this situation as schools no sensitize you more on their rights and they should how is some measured in matters of this sort.
Yeah, I'm going to remember how I would say that be a man who there wouldn't me din komo ache we show you so yeah no that be an say the last option to any issue should be that of violence or demonstration. Assembly bar just see dimbrano e be shey yen sam ayedie yenye dem kura be mpimiasa
na de nyina Tegu Street mu ya kusi main road a obi okodi ni dwuma ene na asefo de be block sa akwa so wunim sa akwa no sa report junction de be se akwa apa no no a major road a o block no sa na wunim se ebe ya asep fufuro. It was so early in the morning, by 6:30, 6:45 na as we say esi ya betre won asembia ba at the management level what leadership ewo SH mu a wo mo ne management edwene wo mo fa wo mo nsem no emfa wo mo student leadership no fa come management na management so no wo mo wo kwan a mo be fa so ama dem Metro Directorate of Education and na say Regional Directorate no sa afka na babisia so on the kata wo mo so mo try for instance fa the Metro Director so called Regional Directorate no na ba me ho na yen so ye wo akire edema Metro Road Engineers so no mo hwese adwuma no e ko do the idea and e ko Regional Administration na ko urban roads reach that level no nti ye besre mra ye de share some the ya de no e moasa they may have legitimate concerns say e ho no e dangerous especially when mucha kwan mu but say so ye de mra be share some na say be ye de emphata no ni na so both actions no should be condemned.
Okay, so by virtue of your position, no, security say more sentiment and we are part of it. Any intent, say, no minister, Rexec, when you be engage the security couples, no, probably to make some suggestions to them, Anna.
Oh, yeah, emergency. There were emergency Rexec a cry a China. One of the things we're going to look at, no, the security measures, especially in this times of threats of terrorism, no. We have become comprehensively. Once we're going to look at the security situations, we add it to it now. You discuss.
Mayor Mayanasi, also in Chile, the Abre, did you say? And the creepy to be that CP, Sampine, Comasi, Mayor, Anna, and in the Attribution Comway. Well, D call on some so my your break.
Ene yeda meyas na me kai say bra no wada je otaiba ha no so achira de pen
yes cars super cars
otaika school for asem asa agro maye mowom maye ntiawom ya ye bibie ho de ya na ha om koye sa kosi kwan no
na speed ramp no ha adwene wo ho kunkum nipa ho
speed ramp ha adwene school for na esi ho kwan speed ramp ha adwene a school for na esi ho kwan yes speed ramps ni bi wo ho a o man here ya ba bi say de ye no ne level kra na ha adwene ampa what I say but a speed ramp ha adwene wo kwan mo school for na esi ho kwan
je hwe ho so yi
bibia wo na ye de ye o na bibia so wo de ye koduro
okay jubit ma ya kodu baby
yes wo German pen for so say mo nya ho ahwan ni ade abroche kra nkola na ye garden omo ye afuo omo do omo duadua niema ye imaye so spare the road kakra yentine road nim ne so spare kakra na ya hwe ya de si ye na nye wo hwa ha ye no hwe se de na matan ni bi kasa ne ade a ye ahomete but the speed ramp kwem na speed ramp ne ha school for asem.
Okay, Efia, minim dia also we cut so there, but you back to the papers. But we be cut so answer na come.
Oh, mini bibia na phone bia ba Facebook on.
Almost dia sem.
Oh,
piaga kan wana.
Onyama. Kojo kojo free body wo adwuma ko wo hwe say the best station. Nti enya abotre. Ne dia no mankind elembele. Enso say IGP ye adwuma ni ye papa na fe Shinji Kwajo Kagawa. Enso wa chim swedro wono so Sheye na Mwenin Benjamin so waha Esther Sian waha Abbas Zakaria and so yen anopainting and say okay, so update on the ACO Asante Mantem Islamic School update on disturbance at Islamic Senior High School. Deputy Regional Commander removed, 2 other senior officers interdicted. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampari, led a team from the police headquarters to Kumasi immediately following disturbances at a time at the Islamic Senior High School. The team met with the school authorities and visited the students who had been sent to Central Government Hospital
Kwadaso Hospital, and Konfanochi Teaching Hospital for medical attention. Some injured police officers who were receiving medical care at the police clinic, Kumasi, were also visited. Most of the students and the police officers who sustained minor injuries and were taken to the hospital have been treated and discharged. Police investigations have so far established that today, Monday, June 13, 2022, some students of the Islamic Senior High School at Brepo, Kumasi, took to the streets and blocked sections of the road to demonstrate against frequent motor traffic accidents in front of their school. The police responded to disperse the students and opened the road to normal traffic flow. The students pelted the police with stones, and the police used pepper spray and fired warning shots in an attempt to disperse them. It was further established that even though nobody was hit by a bullet, the police handling of the incident was poor and fell short of our standard operating procedure on crowd control. As a result, the Deputy Regional Police Commander, DCOP, Mr. Kwesi Akomia Apreku, who was acting as the regional commander, has been removed from his position and has been interdicted. Two other officers, ACP Mr. George Ankama, the regional operations officer, and ACP Mr. Alex Kujo Akwa, the Swami Divisional Police Commander, have been interdicted to make way for a thorough investigation into the incident. The Police Professional Standards Bureau has commenced the full-scale investigations into the conduct of the officers who were responsible for police response. Police clinical psychologists have been deployed to visit the school to offer psychological advice and support to the student body. The situation at the school is under control and calm has since been restored. A sign, Grace Ansa Akrufi, Chief Superintendent of Police, Director Public Affairs, and Onodin Sashe, Krata Wease. Inti, back to our papers now. The Ghanaian Times National Cathedral Project will pay off. Ken Oforiatta, the Finance Minister, and Ekase, and then Kolebu Teaching Hospital on high alert over COVID-19 resurgence in staff. 20 Islamic SHS students hospitalized. Green Ghana Project. Nation exceeds 20 million seeding target. Over the find that the Obokra Tenima, Dr. Stephen Amu Adonai Friend Stika, calls for new approaches to solving economic problems, and Dr. Baumia cuts out for construction of Tamale Yendi Tatali Highway. The Daily Graphic say Green Ghana exceeds target, over 22 million trees planted, and the big one, Daily Guide will say police fire tear gas on rampaging students, and Ira Dami, Attorney General Swakasa, will say calls for reform, Dami Anakase, and Dr. Amwa develops risky assets pricing formula. The Chronicle anymore saying.
Kamia yeseni nia na waboboso wo wenim de bae ne dada nti no me di be Chronicle mu and say happy Father's Day in advance to you.
Happy Father's
and
Day.
All fathers.
Yeah.
Papa Obonio, it's to all fathers, especially
me but Father's Day no. E manu so amama eye ejanu mu edi yaw. E manu including yemu bino. Mu nyina mu hweyi e ma mama mo janom. Camera woman, okay, menim. On the last time crowd caught your papa. A mama, a janum to dona AD yaw. More than more rectify such challenge, you know. Cameraman also tia, oh papa, the last time crowd, oh, caught you.
He'll call the papa who I crowd. I mean, I'm sure when you camera woman. Cameraman, call the papa. If you are interested, we are there, but they say, maybe two for somehow. Because I come. And you don't know about. I don't know you are speaking about. You are mother, papa, baby, Mr. Dark Machia. But you say, oh, the moon tell me go Machia. If you are also.
You, that's a papa, me and so now bedroom, the one trans online stories nearby and a cassia. You fancy how could you move some so.
Akwaba kesi bi on the ba ADOM TV so Adom TV so bedwan dwuma die say dia we kan si sempa sa kana no pen so ja medin de Enoch Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch ba ko pe the only nomenclature the professor's degree in sports the Regina Wallace the nation's presenter and medicine kunya ekono kwanten code small brain saka and no pen so e Ghana agudie ejao one expert I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa bet there we tried it before and I didn't before bet with money that you can afford to lose say benyado sika editua danka editua light bill editua hospital bill yem fam twa bet nya sade a so betia hye na mo mabusua ade asase sika okobi hyempase enye hwe japadi bu ha enye hwe betia koton fani na begu so etwa ne befu na di ne befu esan so hwese ne ba esi koso na bet pe ene hye so ko betia saboa monya financial freedom omadama omotachiri pa jefas health limited de jefas edru tetahwe no say infections am so do outside tia kano wonsati me kan jefas betia boa emema nom ema so no omoden da so betia ka bi gonorrhea syphilis candidiasis white fever na so di po na chiwa jefas ne do ba ko betimi ajewo na wapomodom sam so etime gina pinti sedimo gel and roll on makacho da said the ultimate relieving gel ana medi one dance dia ma moden da so betia kan sa pain relieving gel bi so kuto jo sisi ba bibia ye bia no wonsati me ke betia saboa na dia massage omodin se odo ni betia sa kire mu e wa shaman me market tema so nya na ho kra betia first sedimo gel and roll on phone pin for e was 020-898-6731 na for ne pin for 20 seconds so a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with very first step yensha here MFF UEFA Nations League results Saudi 20 pm na jude sum Denmark foot mechi Austria foot twemeka bi no mantiante ana afi France for enso transema Croatia omo ema penyi oba twemeka ba ko mantiante afi Iceland ni Israel bo 2-2 ana afi so Azerbaijan eche Belarus etwa ne kamino a ono so antimi anti yenkomu ewe na match Saudi betia pima England ne Hungary be hyesia kan Korea commondium batomudin de Hungary omo so ehwenim se nyame adoma omo ebetia gyinem na fi Germany ni Italy be hyesia Netherlands any Wales e de be boss na fi Poland Elton said after Belgium Armenia Elton said after Scotland na omso e de aboss we na hyehyɛ so kokora eno so ebetia pima but yenko 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers Ghana na no ada ye ne Madagascar for the 10 times na ye din Edemai na Madagascar for multiple ni Sao Tome and Principe na enra Sao Tome and Principe nkruminu ya kabom amomai baako womo ene Nigeria e de akensi defense aboso a Sao Tome and Principe 0 Nigeria 10 na Sao Tome sampa Nigeria 4 e kire se bo no womo tiase na omunimbo chi Madagascar for no multiple 40 Sao Tome and Principe no na edin de amai si betia show Nigeria 4 e superimpose authority on them 10-0 and etimi pio Enti Nigeria alata yawo ana ati omo kan se omache Sao Tome Principe for etwom e ka polepole edu 10-0 e ma Sao Tome ene Principe omo ntimi anya ho hwe other results etime pie musrene for omo ne Guinea Bissau ebu 2-2 e wo Mackenzie na fe Liberia omo so transema Morocco e betwom e kamino a omo ntimi ensima da braka afi ntwa ni emfa the senior national soccer team Blasters of Ghana omo Japan be ya watch snake calculators no na crew be a friend say Karen Cup ana omo ede elboso na 37 minutes of play gone so far the scoreline still remains by obi enu awetia pusubi ni na se Ghana ene Chile for and the third and fourth place game the 18 sampem so a enya bronze ede be chirefia ebe eni so ene ntimrante na yero mo de denden power team sampa besi sabre obi a entimi emfa sanhyehyɛ so kuntin mai sabre no chenosoma se Ghana the first game ene Japan for the against the 18 sampem so Japan for wo mu etwa 4-1 e was Akins kesi 18 santo dwenum ana fe so kwa no ohwe ma Chile for elusu to Tunisia for 2-0 ewa Kings kesi 20 santo dwenum Ghana Kings ya ekoba se Japan for etwa 4-1 no abrantie adedin ene Jordan Pierre Ayew Nadama odenya sampata goal edman Abdul Manaf Nuruddin ejinem deden pane wono na esobo sabwa kuntum fidiama Ghana Ali Dusedu ejinem wode be 3 JC na fi Baba Abdul Rahman 17 JC Edmond Ado usia kind Matara Sport 6 JC na fi Daniel Amati 18 JC Mubarak wakaso enenso obekaso ho na fi enso Abdul Fatah Ishahaku ono so 7 JC and there Rami Didi Morgan Ayew as usual the captain for the side ono so ahwene amba no ginam dinde pa ekon na fi Benjamin Tete Muhammad Kudus and afi so Felix Afinajan we mo ne emrantia wo mo konkotente hwe emrantia nyame adoma na se eye obi pra ana so ombetun asa be mu a Lawrence Atizigi a ono ne guso eti bench e twen nyame adoma kwenya ma beda wo ma no na ono so etun asa akwachi bi na fi Daniel Efiye ba ne e ho na fi so Christopher Entwi Eje ana Jordan Pierre Ayew eti bench Dennis Kosa eti bench na fi so kwa no Andy Iadom e shetu jesi edit bench a ye hwe nim se nyame adoma samrantie so bitia saba mfa so e wo omakensi a wo mo editing time so nti akensi ne guso e koso de ne pa Ghana ye ni chilifo ana enya a third place game ana ye presse ye betimi e de bronze medal etimi abafie nti we ene hyehye no so etinsa pim but me twema ni fanche wafo bi under 17 tournament na e koso Ghana ni host ye Cape Coast Sports Stadium na nanu da wo bi e free gate kra Cape Coast fanko wesenema esie kwa na ese Ghana ye first game na nke betimi dia prapra empramo adwade no ye transfer ema Nigeria fo twa 4-2 e wo Sakens kesi Yakoba ne se nyame adoma ese dia akensi ba ko etin certain times ne boa ema ne ma etin ko enti former Black Stars air player ni Dine Derek Boateng and so ever stay a Black Satellite the twinkle twinkle little starlet of Ghana under 17 former team now Badwam On say omodin say ombetiama Ghana I am proud this answer Kensington and corner in India side.
You guys are here for a reason and yeah by chance I'm going to have for a reason. Tournament football is so beautiful say like the Maya is second chance. You're losing first game it's past. We have another chance, another game to play on Friday. Very, very important. Some of the times are like players go like they're supposed to start the game, but like coach did not on bench. Don't make my open your heart, support the team. The person who's playing your position, go to the person, encourage him to play well. Football is a team sport, and you're individual. Sometimes players be brave, feel like they're supposed to start the game. Fine. If you want to start the game, it's easy. Show it in training. Make it difficult for the coach to pick him. So every training I just have to give 1,000% because at the end of the training, at the end of the game, you go to the dressing room now. I say, we show we need more mirror, right?
Ti Derek Boateng enkan papa impese no si akadema Blasters ne yi odene komatian san koja national under 17 ranten o Cape Coast Sports Stadium so me hom kentrem ho se be ombetian sample so atena no Ghana next game Friday ye ni Togo for ene dia akensi ne between asabo so honom na rest ne Mexico so Togo for so omo ba no krafie e ka se nyame adoma onso de kura no bebanti be sa atenga e be wi atenga e was akensi but yenkomu e wo Ghana Premier League ma Kumasi Asante Kotoko womo ana aka matches be se miensa na Ewe League no Magic League ne dada ne ya Castle one match between Sunday Pim so Ghana Premier League ne bat Kotoko ana Omaji Kruwa no asafa kumade no be kire medals no Sunday Pim so no wo mo Echo Air Club Rua no eho na Asantene otumfo se to the second ewo men chef kesi na anihwe na odu ani kire ho a omankomo etinsa pm ne se wose na ni so dwumadi a press ne etinsa di a nam so mo etinsa Kruwa no wosan hwe nim se next season omo nsa enye ne bebro sakrafe omo kwa Africa so a omo hwe nim se nyame adoma asa Africa sukom ana Kruwa ho sukom diom nti omo setimi kan no so betian po a emaniama akoyie e de amakumase Asante Kotoko
anura na GFA e de trophy hyenhyen no e de hye Asante Kotoko nsa yesan de omo meda e ka omo ho ekitafo be hye ago pama no so enu da baba yera ago pama no so no omo nua ni gye ho a obibia na omo sere na nura opem so oton sa de fra Asante Kotoko players no emperifo ana omo akebia wo mu ya omo de omo ni kira manhia omo di Kruwa kase yi ari ko kire na otumfo
so kana bobo na se pa de partner a se ko obi a wo ro se mu se meet be mi ni se na ko betiti se bi asasha ati karama bi aba você não pode usar o Brasil de Chico. Sabe o que é o Coco? Você sabe como é o futebol é Cafu. Você lembra de ser dele, você não pode brincar. Como ninguém é do
Nti hwesna nema esia kwane se enu a me chef kesim na hwe papa kese a yedi hu tumfo ho anyasem keto kwane ke tetrete no be se fia kokuma se bantama na yedi hu ne ho kwa se be amframa keke ebetimi akona na ne nan chimusia ehon so na sum kakra na ne abani yenko zone 2 se na matches ne esie endeye ewo Samates FC fo aka chomo ana etimi pija franka na gena kunkon omu enya 67 points from 30 matches a omu timi boy ehonum na division 1 omu etimi asa qualified omu ni 8 asa chim ewo premiership nim na nkoma eno so apim ewo Samates FC fo aka chi ewo Samaboy enso nie
yɛmfa akansi atwato no nyina mawie ɛwɔ division 1 zone 2 no na FC Samates omodi kanea ɛka matches ahodo bɛɛ miɛnsa no no mo na qualify a omodi omani kyerɛ Ghana Premier League nim ntie nra akansi 2 dwa no omani ni wadubiase na dipo mu a ekowi ase no omodi nkuni meka baako ya ni wadubiase ntumi ante omodi akansi ni nyina bawie no yɛde ɔmo trophy hyɛnhyɛn no de hyɛ ɔmo nsa medals ɛka ho no nso FC Samates yɛde ka ɔmo ho wohwɛ na kan ɔmo si yɛ season we mu a na bibi akyerɛ sɛ mnante ya bomodene pa nti yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ season fufura yɛbesim no Ghana Premier League yɛbɛhunu FC Samates Kotoku Royals afei Tamale City ɛne nso atrema for the bomu wi a obi abadi nkunim no waka ɔmo ho na ɔmo nyina akɔgyina mu asi akan
Enti Samates for some koma EPM no. But 2023 African Games Ghana ani SHS so senya nyadoma e betimi aboma segment ne tensa koyi na organizers na local organizing committee na noda wo mo organize competition edema Zongo communities no say Zango communities na hwese na hye ne city a there's a doctor of Uswasare ono ana local organizing committee ne panyipa ne nkomodi ejae fast na nyama esie course o mugidi pa se wo so hwanim se Ghana ye host studio crew ano ebeka kruma
ahoboa no gusu a ekoso na yade atwen African Games afia ebesim no o my Ghana ye GC esreso no na local organizing committee no dwumadi ahodo na mode agu akwan mu a o mo hwe ne mu so mo ho dawuro na nkakra 2023 no dwumadi ekese a ye GC esreso ya be kra behwe enu nti na wotwe awie ye dwumadi ekese bi tu dwa o Madina Zongo Astrotef ne so a na edi eda so African Games Zongo football competition Zongo community si ahodo nwotwe ena ebehie mu a memenda no ehyase ye de bomu ena eyire nan afimu adechi kwasi ada no ena mantema ahodo enan omoso de pim so o semi final no na de ekowie ni se Newtown ena Nima ena ekopie mu o final afi mama obi ena Fadama ade pim so a na ye hwe bi obedi third position no na mama obi 43 ye ya omudi nkunim eka enan ya Fadama fo yi ati mu baako enti omo na to so miensa afi akansi atwato no mekire final no ye de pem so a Newtown ani Nima ne mu ayire sabenta Newtown mrante ne yire omo ho a bibia ba we ye no modi nkunim eka enan ya Nima fo entumi ante
Yakasa no before I ever match we came with determination. Into and boys no yakasa choma obia play to instruction.
It's very difficult, but we just use the tactical way of my own coaching in this team process, and we will beat everybody.
Na game 20 penny Edema local organizing committee Edema African Games 2023 no Dr. Ofosuasare said ni agye ho pa dwumade atodwawie na wotwawie ye no anso ha
LOC for the African Games, we are not supposed to be biased in selection of Team Ghana. And the year no titru aye the promote 2 games no and they are sensitized among force.
And the local organizing committee no and this answer some create some some greater Canada on best replicate no or other regions na afia hosena nyama ACL ko na nka the beach soccer title na so hwesena nyama ACL ko asemre no ko bibribi na Abdul Ahiyati on a beach soccer football club no wo mo etia qualify ehwe nim senyame adoma on betin de omani etia sa chirim e Africa. Then the Professor Yiki Wallace Agudi catch back open up of course. Evidence-based presentation it message out. One expert have always told you that betting is better than sakawa. Bet there, you bet with money that you can afford to lose. Sika, electricity light bill, water bill, hospital bill. Yen fame cha betting yes idea. Why dream boom? Utribute yes shishu. The sell open bet yeah. Manenye 1xbet. Now for Jeffas Health Limited Jeffas. Edo tetashi infection bia osa can be a. It was a property bomb or pomo doing 17 pinting redeem. And now for said more gel and roll on. I catch that said the ultimate pain relieving gel and I made one dance the amount. Yede massage waist pain no and if you knee pain or back pain na if you call a Sense Pharmacy on sabit me acom waiting from 020-898-6731. na on a sedimo gel and roll on entry komo a shaman and after so tema ina odo ni chima sabitia cabina boa ema niama etia to 2 year amount o madama wo me tech di bo me na no penso ye de agokensi un sempa sakan obedwumdwumedi so etime ejao erade entine ni manya okesi you fi beni da so ni fan ko beni da so. The act of being a good guest is to not to say goodbye.
Medofo memoache ni mpre ne so afa yede ahia ewo efisem enkomo chichi so ene enkomo ayedi no sanse ejanom da eda yanim nti ye ba bedi ehonkomo na emum ewiase a wo baaye watene mpani nsempɛn anase wonim dada anase ne eye wasem fofra wo ba besua ho ade se oyi wagya nkasa odo ba ewiase no to nkyɛn a ne mpɛsɛ mekyerɛ ne sɛ apart from wo biological father no wonim sɛ wo sɛ hia agyanom bi a wɔn so bɛ daadan wɔ abrabom baabi apɛsɛ ɔbɔ bra ne kɔ na wɔn atimi akyerɛ baabi ane kwan da ɛna wafa so ana sɛ wo nim ɛno ne nkɔmɔ a yɛ ba bɛdi enti mawani ɛna hɔ na tie ne yie fi sɛ wiase a yɛwɔ yi ɛne wiase a yɛba yi ubisa a wonyera wonim nso ne yɛkyerɛ na wosua a wobɛhu de adeɛ da no nso wamfa nto a ebefrato enti ɛne yɛn nkɔmɔdi a anɔpɛ yɛ ba bɛdi na bishop edi no kra ya himpo papa mpacho ba ebi abaka ho de ba ko na ho enti bishop Kwabena Michael Adolfo Efo Selasi eno ano no Efo lolo nya beka ho Fafa Selasi Fafa so beka ho ene ho exercise book wachi a almost an ahwe mo book wachi a na achro A.K.B.G. na sa na edidi ba ko no aso no aha because ne nyina nko ho papa mpacha no pay yedase se ne so ne ye beche omre peace chapel asafo manyina peace na happy birthday nkoma pastor JK we Mighty Chapel International worker so osmosis ene wasafo manyina se omoma awoda papa so for JK happy birthday to you na happy birthday and come, ladies and gentlemen. Sana media me friend, na sana no so friend me. Echo, Joy TV, AM show producer, director. Echo, ladies and gentlemen. I am to say uja hanka me ya hagel. Media friend you mama. Happy birthday to you. I wish you destiny fulfillment. So shall it be in Christ Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Eto bibia wonso na yawa woda na happy birthday enko enfama na yeni yenkomoi afa mamenka wo se HD plus na se also TV na wo hwa obati asem no yie na afa nso wahu emfoni ewo TV ne so eyie eti pebito ewo bra ba 0242 439872 na wonsa etumi akabi afa Grace Gift Herbal Clinic won no kredie kra na ye mefe no o se enyarewa mebubosu yi edi 15 years wo so a emma eno de me de kra dododo o de no kra ne nyamsuro na eye na juanti yare bi e ha obia no won de haban ene emfidie ebe hwewo frɛ 0244126123 and 0246518033 afi St Andrews Senior High School se enkrabata no se de wonim no kame aye se wo mantam bia womo ewo bi ewo ho ebi ni mantam nim kra eben mantam a eben wa sese wo mabie mu no chian ewo eye teshi triblo last stop honum omo bie school no bi ewo ho enti de ohi admission omguso agenkrofo 0244696911 0257312448 na they are always in the lead enti omo be mo aba beka akandifo no ho ewo senior high school empempenso nompiwak 3p garlic mixture no bi na afenyarewa mebebubodin de wo ho efiri ho immune booster no emu be peja high blood pressure no ebefiri ho menstrual pain no so obeka na no atum sugar level no ebebre ne ho ase titiriti no aye no eno so bejai why kese dododo ebekọ na afi asthma fo so mu hia se duro yi bi ebi ana wontime nyonso tentem sa de tai ha mema no party turu wo mu nyi a eno so wonum se duro bi ebetumi aboa ebi awofo kese dododo ukra adwen ho anti ase enkrofo ano no me wonka ho wafu su kakra uhia duro we bi na etumi ama bibia atwetwe enti frɛ wɔn 0248928824 and that's 0201000021 omubeboa na watumi ado ho ko franco ho na koto phone na to ho akade uwi ato air condition to fridge na to tv e wo breko abefre wom abisa asembia fa 0246 422 338 and 0555 939 franco ebejoso enyumekuo yi nti me no wa kwanya sa no pay so yebesua adefoforo bia bia wonim dada nanso enamdodo ensen kwan wonim dada nso a na wa ya aso na watie na odibi abọ bra bishop mpacha me mwakwa abapio
ena
meni ahwefo da se no wada agya no pay so
je da se mo frɛ
na de ono obade blue na mokro
na nwanwa
yedanyame ase ye na kyerɛ sɛ Father's Day ba na ye ne ye gyanom otwaka some no twaka some agency ya nhyehyɛ ho yes papa chiamia happy Father's Day in advance.
Thank you very much.
Nyame sha no man kwatenten na kyerɛ ye so a ya ba ona ase seja ye dase so ho ma ye seja papa me papa owo me no apart from ono no me ba sorry wo ho nti o ye me papa obi mma sorry wo ho nso oba no ye keka na saa wa ya no say oh me papa nie oh me papa kuma oh we de me papa ni ho no ho ye kasa ye kan keka na say ya de a onipa hia wo na brabom
na me da se emfasa kwaso nchia otiefo ne ohwefo na ye ma agya no anyina wo ewiase nyina happy Father's Day in advance. I'm just a papa president na Kufuor Excellency and His Excellency Papa J. Kufuor, Papa Mahama, and Papa Bahumia, and all the men. I saw for Penifonian, Pitch up of Member, you know, for happy Father's Day in advance. Sunny Okano, a Jan here. Can you imagine the world without men or fathers?
Member Maroon, can you for a baby?
Na ope umpo onyankopon eja Matthew chapter 6 yeja was our father in heaven dinyame yeja and obo wi aso so they can bo Adam enti eja no mu and oyi if free enti e kan okra dia mo na monyem yende na so munyina mu free mu
ampa na o kan
o Genesis chapter 1 munyina mu free mu ni panyina free memem
enti ema na omode ema kokuduro kasa munyina ye de wo mo no mo ntie ha
ona wo me say na wo ada wura free ba bra na
ampa o
na wo fra ba
wakasem o
na wo fra ba nyame bo Adam ko a obo ni wie no na o senye so nipa ngotra Genesis 2:80 ma ne se so bo afo ma no na o de na ho tu nipa so obema ansa na oba no ye yi wa free me mfe
we dey me kra je me nsem because he no kwasem trodo achi ne je bia ni ho say Emma na wuni padie na so if you remember mu na
that's right because of mo ye gina na so sa na mfim padie ba ko na eyi bo mo yes
na mo no ma ho oden na nyam de ma mo ntimi nye dodo nti eyi ba ko no na ye dodo ne ma ye se ye nye de aka but ne fapem no de if mu na ye ba
that's the truth
we de chine bia ni ho
that's it as I na ho ba aburu ma mu a hwe ba mo say enye je bia na se bia o sika o japade de manemba but a gentleman obo ma na num asem ya ba aburu mu say Genesis 27 Isaac ansada ama Jacob sika but odina no na sasa no kan no over 6,000 years e da so ye djuma ko Israel ni wiase na no entitro bia unfortunately ye wiase we no mema bi some irresponsible men and the man maybe anya no kasa but the busuya also you careful say Bible no kasa wo Ephesians 6 di waja no nane no wanfa kodia ense ho say o papa o hwe wo me ame wo hey na para man bi so ansa kasa before ya ba enyen se nyine betuma ko ba bia me free me di mfie nso na me do na me do me di mfie nkono ansa na ye me circumcision twetwa no na ye wonkora na wo twene me kwafuo mu kodi atabrako at the age of 9 na so me papa me ne di say ewi aso no ede me de me hono say Jeremiah 1:4-5 for say nya ngo na minimum dada enti wi ase a oba papa bi owu bia na onya minimum that's right why you no fam de adwe why no fam ye o he we ye but wo pa me wa nkyira so onye nipa na ye me se maame ne papa omo wo me nko ma papa ware 3 enti nsem amate guma so mi mofrase na nye against fathers o papa to say but me hu de minyi no ana fe papa no the more I can me don more besi na papa wo mi ko mi wo fie o mi kro mu me papa fie na me park I don't know why
okay
enti de me can say problem I wo fathers ne say oh papa onyem eja mama eja de wo ye protector wo ye provider enti onyem a wo sa wo che e wo sa wa ware nso ahwe wo ma onware mpo na wo a hwe ba sabi kraman e no wa ho hwe ba nje no yefenhyem ba awre wo sam say edru mother day a papa nkwa ne kafa ma ho ba me ma sabi ebi ya befo a o me yo ma enso ye nka no mother's day e do father day afa ne be kire say e mema bi hwe ma pa maame a wutie mi o penhyira ma ho no a be ma na sabi ono dai ho no enya kwa nyame ne hu bi na wo pe o ma ne yie die a ka sempa kire wo ma because me wo nyanya me na ebuhu mmobwa ka papa de me ne kran kasa da
de o ma me ka hu wa
me ma me ka kire me sem papa onye busumi sem papa so onyi mi wu me ma me ka kire asamo ya ka kire ba
sa pona to
asemi trim ensem bebre amintumi nka ha ka sen ade won de no ni moja o me mu no kwa sen me papa ma ba yese dumiensa me nko na me fa ne personality
I see
look at that one so what are you
also cry no ka so nko yiwu
asemuni enso dia na esi enti anja no de omu hia papa omanum asem enhyira wonyi ni ya wo de opa wo hie no wabisa no na no wa na wa bonsa Genesis chapter 9 no dadeja na mamiensa hem 7.5 it ena akwa na wo ye no mede wa ne ko hu ni papa dejam okwa ni nua no ma he o mbo papa na wo ye right preacher na wa boda ono ena wo sere mpapa sabi ni be ma say ena oba penny ni baketo so be it is not good for us if papa dejam into mo ye den omo koy no mo de entuma bible no Genesis 9 almost ye mfia ni hwe into mo do mo ti na de to akokata papa deja so ase ye saying no wa sorry no wa bo bana no asem o country etia ne ba second ne nana no ejma we see ne first one and last one we set up ejma be see ne e bia o papa hwe na so kata deja so cover your father's nakedness ebeboa now wo your papa yes sir you are not happy your father you are happy yourself
ti honi mu bio se wa beti ensem bia wo maame aka afa o papa ho akire wo na se aye o papa deja da wa bra boso a
kata so Genesis 9 Bible na make kata so because whether you like it or yes your father has power to change your destiny o papa will to me so sebre Because here Bible na make nka Bible Genesis 35 na Rachel say wawo na obe wo no wadi boni nti obewu nti ne ba na wo na fe no Benjamin na o Bible no o fe no ne ba no fe no adiyawo kese o tunidi say me ba wo de obesai e na Jacob say David me ba wo ye fe no Benjamin o ye me right hand can you imagine papa na se ni pe free by
e ho no ono oba no a okra abofra no wo ne yafunu mu a wote ya wo de ne to edi ya no ne papa de na no to mu bi osese di ne papa de de na ya adwuma
ayadwuma besi ne
afa ho ne ono oba nti ba na ya kase ene ye ne enyi nsen ene ye te ya one ene let us say papa ne de na overcome
and you can imagine say Jacob anka Benjamin onye nipa owi aso edi ya o yes I na Bible ma 1 Corinthians chapter 1 Chronicles 4 ma me no a ne ba owo ne friend Jabez no eno so edi ya Bible na mamie no na mehu say omo to din bia enye papa because Bible na mema na to din yan ma
okay
but a ma de yawo a omo fa mo to men kwada din a emwa edi Jabez eso konya mo say urade mini kwada e di agro fem e di yawo abra bo nko ente wade se same sabre ba me hear Bible mo no Luke chapter 1 emra eye Zechariah ene Rebecca enyem onwo yafuru ba no John na Zechariah na watoro mum na so maame eye Mrs. Zechariah oye so maame nim se me kuni o yare de na so ono ese o tudin ono so de edin to me baso enti aboso me nkoro wa wo ye baba ya adore papa enso nkasa enti omo de din bi to abusuafo de din bi to eye ne baso se bi me ba we ege se je na tudin papa ne ko no nchen o twere din se ye frɛ me ba no John
I see
adentina maame Rebecca anto ne bedin onum say me ba we obey ya ne sebre e woni papa num baabro na make say
me pacho se oye obema bi na oni oba bi enyinse wanye mpo no wakoto din a ti ha because say ade na wanye no wa habofra no fi say enan kasa de edin ma eba e won sunsuanso bi gide se wotie enkomo no na papa ba ko bi a okan a ka me pa na say nipa ko na one ne nyinsen ye wo saa eba no o se nyinsen wo hoi utimi pon.
That's right.
Utimi wo na abofra no awu wan kasa kra utimi yigu but se o fa fro na sesa na ma we nyina whether you attempt or one attempt na se ensi a e kire se be ma ko no a wona na wo saa ba nyame nim hu bi.
That's right. I know the ye repu wo ye wo ko twempra one day o wo ko fe wo to no bi no hwe ekwan bi a akwara fa so be wiase me Bible say unya ma wiase na minimum dada Jeremiah 1:4-5 uko Galatians so Galatians wa Paul say awade oni mi ansa me fi ma me mo bae se na wo kan bia betuma si onyinsen nti akwada no a wo bae no obo okra sebi obema betuma na dasa ye fuma awode efinyame as a matter of fact, the Bible bi mu Psalm 127 say children are gift from God. Omo ya chede and the kwembi a ofa so bia onyinse bia e wade ne ho bi and senti don't blame, don't crucify the man. Papa no se bia onye dwuma oyo nsadwe he toro bi e ye papa ma de be wi asa na me ye bishop o abra bokre bu ono na enye na so it doesn't matter e wade betumi ni bibia ye dwuma sebi aboa mpo e wade ma ni e kasa kire nkomseni e o Numbers 23-24 enti nyame de otumi ade bia ye dwuma awere ho sem se ye be wi asa no and maybe and I try and say what a man can do and over if you bronze Bible page 105 God is a God of order.
Bronze Bible da
I mean can that
na man page 105
I guess I do we nyame obodi wi ase no say wi ase we obema de bedi wo so Genesis chapter 3 and Jesus say be oba yakwa en cancer but if you be emo no Koronto for medicate ti du ba ko say eja Yesu no ye fie ni ti ufi Yesu eja
okay
answer maame aba God is a God of order inti mpacho pa menka na koro nkyerɛ awade bia oba fo sɛ me de me kuruma ye betuma ye no emfa da sɛ oba ehunu sɛ me oba no amfa de dia mane kunu na wanka sɛ mpa nkyerɛ ne manfa ni kuru ho a nkwara ne future aware ne future ene ye no ene buentra so oba kana be maka oba ma de menka sɛ titi oba bone but ye nyintum sɛ eja Amenka no kura nkyerɛ me amene fenye mfu ane edi agoro na yesere oba aburum senye Yesu na baya anka ehu adentra Israelfo emro mo koke na Nyankopɔn ka kyerɛ Israel Moses on kan Bible no sɛ ɔmo kan mema 600,000 ema ne mofra enka ho eno ase ne sen wo ye sense ye kan nipa ye kan obi a o Bible memo no we the book of Numbers ye kan nipa ye kan mema ngwa Yesu kura obe wi ase na oma ofidi nkrofo no John chapter 6 Bible no kasa say Yesu ye nsenche no emema mpimunum ema ne mofra nka ho ase ne sen
eti ugusu a ohwe ye se de agem nsem ya onso age onsem na quotations no so ochro ene de manchro but me gidi se papa yi be du baako enti wo a ohwe ye no chro aya nya da agem achro sem na abrabo no kra nya simple because o wada agem achro sem a etoro bia wa o de niema bi tutu niema bi ho a o te niema sentem na otwa niema so ntem ensem baako mienu miensa bi wo ye nkomode mu eye me de pa che say so beto mo now se obi ya obuafo na ohye wo ne wo daaye na onyinsen ya se nyinsen na nsei se wo ya abofra no anwu na abofra no tiase no nyame nim ho bi.
That's right.
Afen so se wo ya oba na okase menyinsen ye no wanhwe me menyinsen ye no manhu ne bio menyinsen ye no se de tie bia nti mafa ma ade akola no kra me ma ne hu ne papa me akasa me hwe ma ade na che sakola no wala ke bibi wo ne papa enti eja no mo nso a mo de mutumi di na nipa firi mu ba na mapo ahye ma no e kire se mo ankasa nso wiase a mo baaye no mo la ke bibi de kire se de wo papa tie bia wo de ne example amaye se wo papa po wa ena nuonyam sha wo no ka papa la ke.
That's right.
Eti no so ye eja bi na se wo de otimi nyam no agija to ho na ma asofa che se wankasa nso enhire bi e wo emofra mu se ejanya ho anuonyam no wa hwere wo abrabo
se na wiase aba no ma yoni pego no otwa
okay
eja bi a wo ba wa hwe ba asudi eda wo so
pa cho mutie ha
eja bi a se bi wasa nyem na ema se na ema mutie ni nyinsem mu menyo ba menyem da
na so yere wo a wo onyem a wo
me kwa sorofo ho me ko hospital ema bre edumo ba tetia enye e ade bone onyamichi but the me can say hwe no baby and take advantage and say
santi
how me gina so be me cross say nyama hu ne da me am ha de mfie du nwotwe ena ye dan na ye dan ma me nyame nim ne ntra
sa nipa na ne de nipa ba wiase
that's right enti nyame nim ho bi o de ma me don't major the mistakes of the man in question na nsa kwana na daate because
okay, that doesn't also mean that a man will take advantage of a memano. Oh, obi oha, or no son the answer on an am no so. Eti Ibo say be an Nisakobana, I am a cat. So na yo ka na eje bia mata ho afa wo na mana wo brunua and na no akwasome so peme menyi se ya me frɛ no kra na block me na manhu ne bio onso ya hwe ho yi na ye oba papa bema ebe sada afro ne wada ene wanyem awarew anase ono betwempna obehu se eba no ewowura na ma oba no wanya na janum kasa a eye enhira sa ne eye kikanti ama ebinumu nim won papa nkasa wo
look at that
ne eye kikanti ama ebinumu nim won agyanso be bi potion wo no omo nim enanom bia futuo nti ebinim nim ba bi omo papa wo kora bi omo papa no ya adefo anasa omo papa no ya hiafo na so omo ni omo ni twa kampon be ko omo nche na omo nya omo nsem nhira ne bi enti ebinom say oh I am a spiritual father, oh I am a father friend, oh I am a father hwan ewia say e baye ye papa no manka say wo ye no o de omo si nchen ya ye say hia ejanum bi wo ya brabo
won say twokronko no ohwe efficiencies no ampower the way you know na hono say your fathers in the Lord.
Okay.
As I can okura enye eja enye sabia de wa wo odo yefu awo nko a. We your Christo near oko Pentecost and Roman any prayer as of from fathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Father. So oko Nigeria mi hu be Ghana be there. E from daddy Jiwo.
Oh okay.
Daddy enti as a matter of me picture before. That is Ghana so bi wa. Enti the American say enye de owo nko na your papa your spiritual father but no kwase be wom ni say me meka no kra chete papa te ase a never substitute your father o papa na o te ase no enfo bi nsi na nan da
so hwe wo se wan hwe
de bi hwe na kira kwan
na se sa nipa no so hwe me chen me papa e
boni bi enim still ano onipa no do be na moja na wo mu no moja
na moja no so papa wu kura wo na busu
e wo mu still
ase enshida so so be wo
oba biology no I want to aso enti se pa cho bi ase we hia be ma bi a ofo se oh we me father blah 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 boni nim ye nyina was spiritual father so
okay
but me for the umbe wi ase de I will never ignore him enti pa cho ma me bi a wutie me no be onipo no wu ni ba bi ote e de na wo di sie se bia be ma no se bi so abodamo so ohie ni o ye tietie an go school enka nyaminim hu bi na wo
ne sa nipa na
na wo so ye ba to na bia me obi a me de dware na hantan wo ye ba na wo ye tu no wa ye krache ne e moja na wo no firi ba bi o onyame nye mistake da and the spiritual father they sure fene de ma papa wo fene de ma osofo ma papa o te ase de a never fight your father. When we say the Bible, 2 Samuel 15, Absalom say we better than any papa. Obuena no can say, "Me na be your hekura ka me papa che me papa." I will say mo wu this akoko. Okay, William.
Okay. Enti the example abata ho de amount. But you say no we Absalom de no.
2 Samuel 15.
Eti anya hwekura no se ebia o papa ehwe wo wan hwe wo na se waye yie chen no a nyame nim hu bi se owo saaba na saaba no na beba be yie abehwe no enti se nyame ama sa trimupo na bem na se o de ye o papa so ahantan a mesro ko na kokenka papa ti mu bi we
2 Samuel 15 Absalom so reti ane papa no
okay enti yankomo ayedi no ene no ejina homa ejanom na eda yanim kwasia da we Obatan susu chire nsemu e chire abofra no fi se baby na oni ekun no ejina moda na mo fa mo ho no na kwala na ni ho.
That's right.
Bo ho so le hwe oba no mane ko ne papa ho ne papa no no enye enkomo na
very important
pacho bo ne poma ye
din de be kan ne say de di kan no e ma re ho say ye be di Father's Day na eja no be irresponsible sebi obi abetuma ane oba ada obi abetumi awo ndi say wa woro nke so eja eja wa sede we a provider we a protector we a coach we a mentor we na wo say wo kire nkwada no kwa mo mfa so kire ko kasa say kire kwada ko mfa so onyina wo mfiri ho mara wo fie for example me wo hoyi me wo ma ye fumba enan me mama ensa ena me say wo hu say papa we ye mpa abofo oye Kristo ni oye akonche me ma no amko school kura anya akonchi omukura ye cheme man kasa o munye o but they learn from me
omu say so oni omu na tenti omu be hu say ye wasede omu asua
na ja ndi aja bi bisa o say die na oye ofie o eja oja wo rensa eja wo bo oyere eja wanu maguase enya de papa eja bi wo wa wo hwe oba hwe samri o very important na ma oba ensu eya ma say mi bo mu ho say onu oba wo no wanye na ewura ni su wo fa oba ene ne da no wa mfi na ojojo no a oba so sabia ne nufu mu no de nsa to ne yam obue na no a onkwa so at 15 years unyini a ushia ma na ya bisa wo mu enti no ye fa no ntwene ho ya ka ne sa wie no ma me bia wutie mi sa wa wo ba be wiase emfa mkwa afa so be ma na ye den kora akora no ne papa ni enka bone nkyere wo ba ne da ifise nkwada ye nyini no ne ma bi we trimu emwa shira papa na one wo na nyi obi a na sabia ono oba da nyinsa mba nyi obi a ebi mu ahode yesikafo sabi mutumi ngoba ye mlemu wo mu enti de onye na wo ba no sabia wi no no mpa wo de abafa be wiase ne say enti ba bia oba ne papa wo no hwe no na edu se wo wade a ma papa ne matre dwom men kan kan se wa enti den sami ma so picture po ba wade o papa te ase ya ko na kira kwai on te ase ho na di na de e ba boa wo ni nyina nkamfo akoda bia wo wiase bia no o pen kwani nsira o papa o do be wiase no wo didi amane bibi fa ni di amane o if you say Isaac na numa asem na sira Jacob Noah numa asem na de nume e be ne ba ene nanam na o de ba ko so bre nsira e janom e wo power very important o pen sira dia efficiency say di waja eno na ni nankwa wara sase so ye besre ye ma me ne mo frɛ nyina ye mfa ne die mana Father's Day no o papa fi mu de o papa ase ya go to that person o papa enso nti ase ya eja bi wo ho I say your pastor and I will be uncle be for the man. But me from in case you want to call me 0244 23 55 78
because they refer
0244 23 55 78 0244 23 55 78 Bishop Adolf Sunday I join service or a picture okay a person celebrate to your papa mo nyamimu in the church 2 weeks in it down there me so
enka no mu nim dada sami ba me do free enkomo na yedi ye ne yedi asi enema miensa na ne tofa bom no masua onso fa ne ye a sa krachi bi no a ase na bra abo basabasa ana sa sikani bi no sa ewraba bi no ono na ne wo ye no nyame nim ho bi afenso emanu a mo maame no mo ano kasa ne omo nchechire mu nti ama mo ajanom omadeja so mo bia to ho no mo aye sa dada mo ko sere na afi mo ko kata mo ajanom adeja so no ye waja afenso emfa obi nsi waja anemu
dabi
we ya ajanom ada ebedui ehwehwe ni mufo no a wo mo papa no mte ho kra on fra no nka hello enso wo be ko bishop akoto kente fra no no nsire nim wa na oka
oh that's the truth and the no cross
obi nsesa waja ni wa waja ni ho eja bi waja bi tias na so mpo no se wo spiritual father se wo hwan father god father hwan utimi ye omo nyina adoye na so enye se wo papa ahwe nti uyi na firim
ona first eso na do e kane kese pa no
nti eniema miensa emfa obi nsi waja anemu nyame nim ho bi ne nti a sa ba ma bi no a won hwe banana bra bo basabasa no ana wo bi nso won hwe ono na won ne di nipa ba wiase na afi de to so miensa no so ene se o kan simple
So my can send me.
Me tough abono.
Okay.
And for being show papa name.
That's right.
Nyame nim ho bi ne nti a woni saa be ma no na wo ye. Afen so katawaja adeja so.
Very important.
Na wa nya no me.
Very powerful.
Edome ne ba no. Misha.
Amisa. This as of the no what I say. I say
so help me God. I can my head. I know my dikin. I say me call head. And the next time I be ban me do reverend.
That's right. Reverend
I will say for your dear common area but fanasim here. Oh yeah now we not true. Ewo wukunu bi no ho ewo wo ma no ntem ajayo na se de sofo ye akonche a on kire ne manso ne maye bi no de wo ye ne de wo ka no e ma na esua ye de ye di ye nkomo wi na wa so wonti ne di sa nkomo no enti minim se wa fa bibia frim nyame sha bishop
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Pacho me ne bishop awie aya frɛ no wo frɛ no so ama onsem ne nyenti ntia no ntumi mu awo meba na ye di nkomo fofo. Ya jonjwe efie ne ejanom ne enanom ne emane honsem awie afa yemfa ya pomu dendie no ento aso. Eko happy birthday to you. What? And a happy birthday ni be so enko ma Benis Ahima Okaija. Happy birthday. We obewi asiafe no wanya afe nti Josephine. Oswa o se o ma me Josephine se o ma happy birthday. Ojo me jedisa won kra no. Mato edi ama sadro yi na Nyankopon na ohhehye bibia no kro so ohhehye bibia mpa odinim de yi ma ye Joy Industries for pe na covid o se corona no covid no no corona no aha se ne ho ami ho ama me hu ne di krabo wono so yi ne ti eye no kre se ebe ye ntem ginafo na wo se na sensu de robo na eba se eba Minu amachi
yenua
na pomo
Nyankopon adom
isi bibi na eye me nwanwe onua pani no odi kan ba Joy Industries
se wankasa kra hu ye na obisa me sa de yasesan kese na ba we wo hoda dada de kese wo no nti na me she dada we me de ajami yisu kakra ka me de ba se me de be kira ma because nye wo nko obi nso hu wo me ka mu no se onim se jointment ne kese wo I'm so okay then say ma wiase ne amansan
ni de me hu me ni age ho because you yenim dia ya ma ye na no ene ene etino se kese se wo ho dia na che se ebebo ati so obi hu se wo dwaso a jointment
ne kese sa ho ne titru no parents na amoto de ma omoma de co secondary school no especially so ba your ba who say e ma do no pick infections in secondary school but jointment e dia kagina mu am wo de nka never kill 21 say na me but me kan we briefly bi when we say wonam abonten hu public toilet the first nka jana bia mama ye cause we say hu bi but me be do efie hai yem fan say pese me yem hu ya na pese me gunso me bi say washroom ya na makoso e bi ya wonso be ko de obi fufuro ba wonso be ko ntia na public and private
we bi say say mo public
nti no infections are na ye pick e wo fi ho no still the true mo e mai no nti jointment nkese so oba bia de make sure say bi wo handbag mu odu ba bia na be isu washroom bia ura hwahoro nsa nit oti jointment kakra say be like sisi wase ansa na what na WC ni so ezu no bo petin okura na wo protection against infections we also had BCC ho be kwa ba enka bia enyina wo
we dey apokese pa na de mama
yes okay nyado no na nim de but oba bia de say wo yese ya infections are what I pick candidates no ho niam kakra hospital say infection no obenya ho bambo enti na meka say we a parent that we ma obamfa nko secondary school
eno dey here because won say dey wo ka kura no washroom dey brofo abata ho no and dey bibi na si ho na awokoto so na school dey no dey hwiti na wo ansama tim no be ko form ho no osi obi na na efiri soro ho no ba ase ho no
eba no diamond
we dey we school ni kura wankasa kura to because school from kola na ba na mutimi to no enye bi ni teacher ma ya no
na say na yeso so no o ye wo mu abeti the whole term
we dey better term
dey asan kwa
we dey better term but what my ma papa me ni age
oh yes
it say sisters no ye na ma na anka ma na nketwa ni bi no na say person e bag to wura baby sana o de akwa ha sana e ma me no be kana de akwa ha okwa ha wia na wakoto so
na de akwa ha
to de akwa ha wia no wakoto so wia na wasa ho na de tissue bia fa no akwa ha ona ma wa ohokura hwehwem because we apart from say eboa eyi odepua no
yes
na no muana enfifire bi no a
scent no o de da bia ye nka be ma meti he me nua be ma o twa mi on se ubie wonam se udware wi a wa han mu se bi o tohwa na se no na de jointment ni bi afa ho me ma bebrebe ya na ma na nta nka ba me ma bebrebe di adanse okoba bedu anwumre no wo no ye a ono ate scent bi wa so enye
Enye manko na
enye manko ya na mo say memma because ma scent oba ho ba man de ase mo hye da se kana mo nka se de ba memma nso etibi nya scent
brothers munya be ma na edi mo ho adanse no nti munya nsam de nsam to maso de bia no na mo so munya mo ho aduro na eba ne sa na enhyiamu no because oba be ha ne ho no no adware ato ne bo ase kama na brother won so wo ba na wo de nka foforo bi sisters no a chance na omo esa wo o be bi nka bi nkoni ya na bo
nti sa sent ne ba ma adwini ni de the jointment there that one eboa eboa papa obi a make sure say be wo ho all the time e build your confidence jointment wo ho like good me sent ni wo ho what you say so nipa bia sweat ya wachi ha say line bi da ho fifire ni timi sane sa o to no mienu no fifire na timi akowura ho dia e ho so sent gina ho but wo siesie ho a wo te jointment gakra na wo de afa ho sent bia nti jointment de yen ya yusu ni enim but unya yusu bia make sure say bi ba ba bia sent timi be gina bia say bia we oba we onofo ase ompa buom na sent eba ni padua na kwa ba bia mframa nya kwa mfa bebre a fifire ti wa sent mi be gina ho no wo de jointment fa wa fifire be to sen wonte sent bia
ya da se pa ne sa efutu sem wenti me de ne kase no kra ho ne de ya ma ne ko school ne e ma na amukun no mo ko trek ne ade no nya bi hye ne bag mu ma na achama no na atumi aboa na ye hwe honam ani de no a ye ho aduru no na aka de bekoye mu na vehicle si
ho no hunti na menam yo na we de ye nka ye keke
ayo ya ti a pacho boy vehicle nkomo
vehicle 20 diamonds ne de bia ye tena se ye kan aduro no eye immune system support drug na diamond aduro no ye aduro eye me de ye me hohoaho asa aduro we me ka ho bi na me meka ho asem atade ye hye mi se me nam a me hu se nipa point me di me ho nkomo
wow
enra me ko so manya you see for na woman bi akra ha no de ba to so o mango farms so
okay
no say aduro yi o se manum be 20 na me ba ompa bibiduo no de o just school sem ni ade nti obi a won di abiduo sem no but o come ba ne fie na because no ye diabetic na man sugar na drop it ama ne onum diabetes aduro biem ma me no je say okasa ya ma me ano in fact na mani agi wo mi mu se Ghana ha ye wo bebi ye te sei eye immune booster na te se ne de bia ye kire mu no ade ba ko anipa nyina refi wo hwe me nne na se ba bia wo bia wate aduro we nka no ade a ye frɛ ne se we immune system diamond eye mfaso ba ko a ye nya wo coronavirus ho no because me meti hei coronavirus na ma hunu manya nimdi about me immunity nipa nyina ante ase se eye we immune system na determine e ma e kire se wo ba yare ana wo nyare eti so we immune system ye strong na ye adwuma yie pa diamond yade bebre ho a entimi mmo so nipa na immune system function yie pa no yade bebre ho a nye hospital yade but ina ye nim so we immune system ye adwuma yie a your infections bi o ha natural nipadua na kasa be hele amaw ana ade ba ko nso a mesre ma me ne papa titro mo fie kwa anim na o ya wase manu maduro na me de bia me hospital ni ade no onipa na immune system ahoden akofom no wonu maduro ni nya adwuma eye we immune system na maduro a wo nom no eye adwuma eno na ama dodo no a vehicle 20 edi adanse bebre no enti obi wa yade bi atena no so ache wanu nduro betimi papa te se den do ntimi nya adwuma but the moment obehia ase so no vehicle 20 no eno ko ma immune system na hoden eti prekope na ahia ase kutia yade no eti ebi kura de immune system ntimi nya hoden ko du se onu maduro fufuo bi mpo na no ko ena ebi nso de adwumi wo mo da nduro so ono Vical 20 na ko boost immune system na ma do na wono kra timi awia mama na tentem na yaresaba etimi no ka say nei efibra nse fie mienu ni a ye sha se ba o show say kan Vical 21 say metimi aka kire say minim yade ko a yenya ho adansedie BP4 dia dance diabetes na mi bo obi die so yi emema prostate hawo infections gonorrhea candidiasis syphilis chlamydia dien obi ofrewa prostate form we immune system support drug boost in the immune system but that make me catch you say per nipa friend on a daily basis no me nyi say prostate aduro bi o hwa boa prostate 40 say Vical 20
oh ahema jina ho na me mafa number catch brothers any papa nom say ade bi e fa mema ho de da makoma so pa into oka prostate no nkasa kora biem acho uhie bi because mema no munni ho a etrem ni ho what I say nti number no to bi ma papa wankasa nso etobi 0244 585-531 0244-585-531 and 0244-876-321 0244-876-321 me pa chopa say we have said the one he chechemu ya na ayete say untimi enhye untimi fa blocks on chef from preko pese usida I just auto concrete into concrete and say fa Vical 20 no e mani pedua no na nkwamwa ne nyina ne naso ansa na wo waduro foforo bia eno ne blocks no wo de asese wo so nye saa wono nom saa nduro no bi sese kura kɔ ne boden ye blocks no sha se de chef ma ebe twiregu
ntira mo ni made ba ko ntinka wo sɔre anopa wo da duro so wo na duro so kava 20 na as a full supplement nti wo nom na anopa twen after be 2 hours ansa na wo waduro bia wo be nom na wo no ana wi adidi krampo na wadidi aduro we
anto timi no ma on didi
oh yes timi no ma on didi ana Vical 20 no so yade biara eye wo no eno ya nyifa ho no yade ko wo di boost immune system nti nom bi na wo be hu se aduro papa wo wiase
ya kan ya kyerɛw nti o de chibom no aya spare chibom dako fakoto Vical 20 na muamafo se me against chibom me kra me di chibom but me hwehwɛ we kane ansa na me di chibom so ati ase owa hempa cho ye da se one Joy Industries for nti Joy ointment no pebima obaba ma no na omunsiesie omo ho eyie na afin so ne ombenum akomo mu no etumi emwa esan se sa prostate kra de aka me koma dodo because brothers no mo hono ehia me dodo ehozo na ya prostate no o attack no so ho pacho mediasi enen koma me no die ewo efisem so no ha enam desi o mai he no kabna sante eni abedwa fort na sidi pensim mo ato am so frame Lady D. Good morning.
Well, that's how I say Diamond try that's CP say also the Juma pass here to Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So now the pledge, me or my Henry Kwabna Santi, the Harphonian pledge, be careful, say very society. It me educhu wamo sapa pebi me achrenso ahema papebi, you know, foundation say the identity me Alexibo, me Yakubu Chipsa, me Alice Kopi, Obosha said the Bama ni munyam shaba ahafo region biano. So help me God. Under the able leadership of George Boachi, our original minister, supported by a potential flag bearer and president for the land. We are proud of you, Eric Opoku. Our wisdom port, Collins Dauda Alhaji, Anafi, Ira Bobi, Deputy Minister Sports, Ira Bano, Dr. Benjamin, and Almighty Frida Prempe. That is the team for Ahafo, supported by Wafaya Bruni Venture Capital, and Ira Gamma, CEO Bechem United, Damunina Masese Musa Hafumu, na echo the next time. Be a proud Ahafonian is very important. And the bigger picture, which we are a subset of, is that continue to exhibit the qualities of who a true Ghanaian is: patriotism, love for your country, truthfulness, and honesty. Debi Adamekayo is very important. Sa nyoma we udi tu anamoa. Now tidi enti awe Ghana ni ase through these virtues. Bonse entumana debi adayepesi edifra no. Ebenya sa entumana edifra. Enti amarefi na faso so se uhunu bibia ni oman ni hihye boy bra.
wherever you find yourself, so sorry, so potem bim, so mantem bim, or jume bim, bibia any of mining shisha boy brebiano, titu a fire bambong, and it's ikasemo, uhun bibia, no bibi. Now, finally, politics of insult. All over the world, it has never been a solution to the crisis of any country. It is important. Inti mesro, oh, wadwin chira, oh, the kwasu chira wadwini. But mesro bima kai said the attempt any the solution to problems of any country. Ghana is no exception. Inti fashion team na the attempt bebre no enkosiaga. Inti is important. We are building a nation. We are not building individuals. We are building a nation. We are not building party. But here they are, so vessels nimu anomai Ghana ebitime din kunim. A lot of people are celebrating today their birthday. But me wish the CEO, National Petroleum Authority, me wish a happy birthday. I didn't know Sheikh Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid. Oh, I see. So Sheikh, assalamu alaikum, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid. Happy birthday. The last time I checked, na mo software bi amodiaba MP honomo na keteli nipa a diverted fuel. You know, say fuel baby anambia no tanker for no muntie. Baby a unambia no e wadwe say what BT system na BT. So oba na nsia kra no there stations be on ma ye punish you mo e be on so ye query you. That's nation building. It's very, very important. Timeso, your small self-fango eko biebi. Your best shot is that what the fango never call the needed destination, not to divert. And not divert it. It's important that we also take that into notice. Mamen Chow, MP boss, I would do our da, and the happy birthday Shunko and come on. A potential general secretary for the ruling MPP, Abekam in Sawan, very potential. Say, I want to to a year. My bet, Nessa bet and fancy home to underdog. Oh, the underdog was I will razam. No, I do any so. Inti in Komono, let's hear semno. And then get encouraged that there are a lot of people who can sit in that position. I'll bet me Ghana a democracy net in Koso. Now, if they expect in terms of impuntu, yet me enya. My welcome. Era and I don't know, maybe Adam Huna, the fashion is still on point, you know. Hey, address power, Jana, the interview, Fekeke. Who named na camera na beton, so who goes to him? Man. Chief Akwa, Medasipa. You know, me modi, we say viewers, no, Ebe Kaiwa. But where do you get these things from?
Beats. Okay, so very, very. I think say I cried about 10 cities. Now, time I missed 30 and I had 50 pesos.
Wow.
Just about 15 years ago. So, uninam seklo hoa. And you find one. So I should be.
Oh, maybe the normal one.
Maybe I should be.
Anyway, oh, yeah. Campaign Kosukama.
Yeah,
General Secretary in waiting.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the party for no take effective decision on the 17th of July. Now that decision and the pave way for proper reorganization of the party.
That decision that the party will take.
Yes, that decision.
That is Musa.
That decision will definitely be Musa. I'm confident about it. But let me tell you, say, any other decision party no take here. Now the obligation of me and the party for collectively in Ghana to fully support that decision. So even though it's looking good, say we are in pole position, we're going to win probably by 70%. But anything can happen. And in elections, you should have two targets. Anybody over one target in election, that means you are not politically matured. However strategic you are, how popular you are, you should be targeting two things. The optimism target and the pessimism target. So the optimism target, say maybe you are very optimistic, say winning. Pessimism, anything can happen, especially on the D-Day.
Okay.
In the in Ghana's internal election,
skirmishes, you know,
exactly.
And
And I think say both political parties are more working so hard to see what has been the problem. that particular last D-Day change of followership. No, what has been the problem? It does appear we haven't been able to find.
Okay, so maybe Musa Superior, former mayor, now with the Forestry Commission, now vying for that post, a potential general secretary for the MPP. There now catch potential delegates now.
Says number one, the party is weak, and for me this is my mantra. Party is so weak now. It doesn't appear say the leadership they're doing the right thing. So that's one. Number two, we provide solutions how we address the weakness. So the solution is what.
So let's identify some of the weakness.
Yes.
Now, if Yembra, whose solutions are
absolutely. One of the weakness is the inability of your party to empower their party people. Now the argument has always been there. I won't say there's what we call the CR reason for joining a party, the country reason, and then the PDR reason, the personal development reason. With the CR reason, the reason why MPP, Nipa Nyana or Ghana follow MPP, we believe say we are better than the NDC in terms of managing the economy of their country. We also believe that people we present for presidential candidate, any parliamentary candidate, they are better than NDC's presidential candidate, any parliamentary candidate. Your working document, your manifesto, we believe that whatever ideas we are bringing on board, better and more beneficial than Ghanaians, to Ghanaians than the NDC. Then the PDR reason is your personal development reason. A political party should have a deliberate policy to empower the human resource of their party. So the entire human resource for their party, from regional to polling station, is just 0.59% of the population of Ghana.
That relationship,
it's broken down, totally broken down, because you have the party that is operating an overly centralized policy. Say Accra. We have to change it, and that is why Musa Superior is the game, is the bet, is the man. Say over centralization doesn't work. The world over. We have to. Power must go to the grassroots. After all, the most important category of your party officers are the polling station executives. And in over 100,000 polling stations in their country. So we have to resource them and empower them. Now say resource you more empower more. It means the base of their party becomes weak. Now say party you're weaker, you can't win an election with a weak party. So me concern and the way to solve this problem is to empower our party people. Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment, say, use the resources of the country to do that. We have huge resources. In fact, this party can make nearly 200 million Ghana cedis a year.
This party?
I'm telling you, this party can make that money. If we have a proper, precise, comprehensive, attractive dues-paying system. See, I any membership card. I'm sure by now you have investigated it and you've got the facts. It's totally not right. A modern political party, 21st century party in government, and all your membership card have expired. Anybody who has won the last election, constituency election, any regional election, you have contested that election on the basis of illegality. And there's a blind eye. So we don't do that. You don't undermine the party the way this current executive has undermined this great crude Osono party. You don't do that. So it means formulating such policy. So, for example, we don't know your membership. No, we don't, because if you don't have a proper registration system, how can you determine the membership of the party? Anything you say is a lie. So, I say roll it out. NDC that we think we are smarter than. Every day we say we are more educated, we are smarter people. NDC, look at the technology they are using to register their members. I congratulate them. I think there is a hip leap in Ghanaian politics. We should emulate that. So when you are there as a leader, they say you use the commonsensical approach, the SMART approach, the acronym SMART, not the word SMART. S-M-A-R-T. Use that approach so that ebe to do a lot of things. Now, if you are not using that approach or that modeler, ube suffer. So back to how we are going to make the nearly 200 million Ghana cedis. Who say 6.7 million people to Abama MPP, Akufo-Addo, in the last 2020 elections. 6.7 million voted.
But we need MPP for.
I'm coming. At least, I believe, say, half of them only MPP for. So, say, starting registration, I believe that by the end of that registration program, we are likely to cruise to about 3 million Ghanaian citizens as only MPP for. Now, say, and then we look at the empowerment program. Say, empowerment program, no, a real and all over the place. I may empower your party people and then open up the economy per Article 2, Clause 14 of the MPP Constitution. You better encourage your party for no to register. And so almost register we are, and we say, you need any dues paying system. It is zero now. So you better start here. You don't start a new thing with a complicated strategy. You better fail it. So you better start here. You start with an affordable fee, say 5 cedis per month. Obian 5 cedis per month. If you divide 5 cedis by 30 days, the amount now you can't even pronounce it in numerical terms. It will be difficult to pronounce it if you divide 5 cedis by 30 days. Amount here, 0.0. I don't know how it's going to be, but can somebody help me do that? Divide 5 by 30. It means that every day that is the kind of amount you pay. Now, Obia bet 60 Ghana cedis a year. 5 times 12 months will give you 60 Ghana cedis. If you multiply 60 Ghana cedis by 30 million people, if they have fully paid up their dues, we'll get 3 million people, sorry, you'll get 180 million a year. There are a number of companies in Ghana, a lot of companies, they don't make 180 million a year. That's a huge money. So it can do everything for the MPP. So all you need is a leadership that can think outside the box and be smart, so that the accuracy of your intervention, up to about 60 or 70%. Now say half of them, let's say there are 3 million people. Let's say that, because it is true. Say not all of them will pay. So let's say half of them pay. Half don't pay, half pay. You still make 90 million. And 90 million, if you have 90 million in Ghana, you are a millionaire.
But I don't know push this agenda, because your party now is a party of just not Musa taking decisions. It's a party of a lot of people taking decisions.
I think point 8 of my policy plan is indicated here. We work, the parties works through committees. There's National Steering Committee, National Executive Committee, National Council, and a National Conference. So every decision you take, you have to be directed by the committee. So things like that, you push it through the National Steering Committee and lobby. A good General Secretary should be a good lobbyist. Before you push an idea, you have spoken to your colleagues and say, look, this idea, let's push it. As soon as the National Steering Committee adopts it, it means the next stage is for them to go to National Executive Committee. And they will pass it. And these are all issues I think any member on the National Steering Committee would accept wholeheartedly. Say, we should re-register our people. Which person in the National Committee will say, oh, we don't have to register our people? Let's find money. Let's pay dues now. Now, which person on the National Steering Committee will not say that? Let's make it affordable now because we don't have it. I think that these are commonsensical things. Every member on the National Steering Committee.
What can who a General Secretary is in reference to the party and the constitution? What can Kai?
Oh, my King. My King.
You fit to be that person?
Absolutely. I mean, they a very huge job. And it needs a strategically minded person to do the job. In fact, that office is the most functional office. Any officer no yejuma bebre more than any other office. I don't know if my choice is right. Or debia or yejuma.
Debia or yejuma.
Only
debia action or
only the leader of the party at the headquarters. So all the directories, communications, finance and administration, international, directorate, research, and what, they work under him, the IT department. Any other unit at the party headquarters, the General Secretary is the lead supervisor, is the lead officer, or be reported to him. That's number one. Number two, or coordinate the activities of the party between the HQ and the rest of the party in the country. So there is the General Secretary's responsibility to coordinate between HQ, any constituency party, things are done. Everybody report to him, only the CEO of the party. And then he's the leg officer of the National Steering Committee. Also, the Constitution says that the day-to-day management of the party is actually not in the hands of the General Secretary. It's in the hands of the National Steering Committee. And the General Secretary is the leg officer, like is the kind of a messenger of the National Steering Committee. So that's the National Steering Committee to take decisions. Then they hand over the decisions to the General Secretary to implement. And some of the reasons why a number of General Secretaries get things wrong. If they ask you to implement a decision and you implement it poorly, then it is your responsibility.
The implementation is...
If the implementation is poor, it's chaotic. So for example, the National Council says, let's go and have elections. They've given days. Now the implementation of such election program is the General Secretary.
The content.
That's it. If the election is bizarre, it's terrible, it's abysmal, it is your responsibility. It's not the National Executive Committee's responsibility. Because almost to guidelines, no, almost dates, no, election. My General Secretary, make sure that these elections are done well. Then you come, and then there was chaos, malpractices, fraud. Where your polling station elections are. Nobody else takes the responsibility. Who nobody take responsibility?
Well, I think maybe Wajibra Oshebia, a Musa Superior, oppressor MPP Amanyuku, about to Ayabaso National Executives in America was saying, Chocho for paying Emma MPP Amanyuku. I think Wabeka Musa Superior. And so far, how many regions?
We've done 13 regions. 13. In fact, in Nurechina started Greater Accra, and so far we have done about 9 constituencies in Greater Accra. 13 regions, 108 constituencies in Ghana, and every constituency a touchy base. We have touch base in every. In fact, we started here even before the elections, the internal election. We started the campaign tour on the 14th of December. So far, we have done 108 constituencies, and we've done, including Greater Accra, we've done 13 regions.
Now, Greater Accra, ONGG 9 hours so far now. The empowerment done where they were party for them. What are
empowerment? Empowerment. The only problem of MPP is empowerment. Say empower a party, all the other little problems we will address them, because it is lack of empowerment that brings apathy. So apathy, the party people are not happy, things are not going.
But that will be dependent on the relation between government and the party.
Exactly, and the relationship is like here in my hometown, Tamale.
Currently,
I'm telling you.
And
I'm a member of the party. In fact, I'm not only a member, I'm a foundation member of the party, and I know everything. The government is doing extremely brilliant. Akufo-Addo is a Democrat, he's a listening person, he's a red, blue, white, typical MPP. But this is a very busy man, carrying over 30.8 million Ghanaian people and making sure they will be implementing policy non-discriminately to look after Ghana well. So it is the responsibility of the party to manage the party, not Akufo-Addo. Yes, a senior cabinet minister tells me, say, Musa, these ideas that I listen to you talk about, no, if you win and you bring these ideas to cabinet, because the pressure on the MP, any district chief executive, no, is overwhelming. And they cannot.
As a result of neglect?
As a result of neglect and lack of policy or plan to empower people. Now, they leave everything on the MP. If you are an MP and you are not a minister, only a deputy minister, only a board member, you are dead. The party collapses on your head. Now, a multimedia group of companies, some more branches all over the country. Whose responsibility to make sure that more branches no ejuma? The management of multimedia. So if your radio station in Kumasi and now your radio station in Damango is not faring well, you have to sit down as a management and find out the relevance of it. Irrelevant, you take it off, because you are a profit-making organization. Now it's relevant economically, you find a way to do it. Our party has always been relevant to Ghana because you're better managers of the economy than.
So, Musa Superior as Tamale mayor, what was your relevance? What was the impact?
Cecilia, questions like this, no, it's always better for you to ask. And otherwise, I will
clearly Tamale Foshe. It will be good because you are no more with that position. It's beautiful to
Mayor Jumano.
Yeah,
Mayor Jumano. The moment you step in and you want to do it well, and you become unpopular.
You want to change the status quo.
You will become unpopular, and you saw what happened in Washington some years ago. We saw what happened in Accra when Van der Poel came. In fact, we saw what happened when the regional minister, Greater Accra, decided to do a lot of mayoral work as part of the work. We saw what happened. So yeah, maybe Tamalino. And I say, can say every government appointee should mirror the president. If you get up in the morning, take the mirror, look into the mirror, and pretend, say, the one you are seeing in the mirror is the president. Or you're a very disciplined person, very lawful person, law-abiding person, very time-bound person, or per decency. Now, when you say, there was so much chaos. Now, traders sitting on the street, weed smokers all over the little corners of Tamale. The forest reserve was taken over by criminals. The young people at the age between the ages of 2 and 9, Nam Omut Nam Krum, say, how can the city behave like this? The job of a mayor are 3 things. Number 1, security. Number 2, cleanliness. Number 3, entrepreneurship. These are the 3 jobs of a mayor. Any other thing here, additional policy. They say, oh, to me, succeed where you are. You succeed. And that is why the West African magazine, they made me the best mayor in Africa, in West Africa, in 2018. You can double check that on the internet.
I think I'm getting your 10-point lead plan because you come across as a disciplinarian, somebody who is very firm and focused on whatever he's doing. I'm not surprised you've added it at point number 10. But
absolutely.
As I go through, remember those qualities, they are exceptional. Yes. Indeed, yeah, it's good for leadership. Remember a 10-point lead plan now. I'm reading, as General Secretary, I will operate meaningfully at the party headquarters. The party will no longer be managed from the private offices and homes of some persons. I will lead in running an active, professional, and hugely political headquarters. I will not run the party in absentia. What's the meaning of that?
Simple. I say, I say, when you're office. One majuma.
Maba.
The work is make sure that you start your day in the office and finish your day in the office. It makes you become administratively correct. Now, if you don't come to the office, administratively you become poor. So your parties for the last 5 years, including a leading member of their party, Ajia Fati, recently issued a video statement. And the lamentation of your party for all over the country is that Omoba parties for her, they don't see elected officers of their party. To me, it's a disregard of mandate.
But that's why you're not, is that the place you're supposed to be?
Yes.
You are moving across.
No, I will tell you, if you are out of the country working for their party, that is fine. They are not even in the country side. There's evidence that we don't see you in the evidence. No, you will tell them no, as part of my mandate. No, I was here. But for the past 5 years, there is no significant availability of your party officers in the countryside. So, and there are 3 reasons why you shouldn't come to work. Only 3. No any other reason. Number 1, uyari. Say uyari, you can come to the office. Number 2. So we are meeting outside the MPP headquarters. At that time, you cannot be in the office. So, for example, if there's a meeting at the Jubilee House that you are attending, you can't be in the office because you are just one person. And number 3, if you are working outside Accra, apart from that, you don't have any reason for not working in the office. So, yeah, to me, running offices in people's private homes and offices because the spirit of your party, asylum down. Now, if you want the party to work, the spirit to listen to us, and we should always be there.
Sometimes you avoid the crowd for 1 or 2 reasons.
No, you cannot.
To ensure, say, that peace of mind.
No, the job is hugely political. Who say part of my statement, my addresses are there. You should be encouraging the crowd. Now, if you don't have the capacity to manage the crowd, then I'll leave the job. You should be encouraging the crowd.
I will manage the party from bottom to top. This means I'll pay serious attention to the local structures of the party. I believe that if we pay attention to the polling stations and resource the constituency executives, we will enhance our strength.
Yes, so that's the bottom-up strategy. And I see a lot of it when I come to multimedia. I see your security people, you respect them. I see that I saw people who have graduated from nowhere here to big places. That is the way in modern management.
But you are giving hope.
Fantastic, excellent. Why mommy word? Giving hope to the grassroots and telling them that we are pulling you along. Now, if you have an organization and you disregard your security, your cleaners, you disregard. When I came, I saw casual workers. They are happy. One of the security men, very, very happy meeting me. And I say, wow, you are happy here? To this morning. He says, yes, I like my job. The reason why is because the approach here is the bottom-up approach. So your polling stations officers, any your electoral area coordinators, any your constituency officers, there should be a plan to concentrate on them. And to be able to achieve this plan, read point 3.
So I will formulate and publish a 6-monthly activity plan. This means that I will be busy in the countryside on a formal work schedule. Regional and constituency activity plans will fit into the plan of the headquarters.
This is what is going to organize the party.
But you are going according to a paper. This is a paper.
No.
Reality on the ground is very different.
If you can't plan, you can't work. This is planning. You plan. with high level of accuracy. This is planning. The moment somebody puts things down, organized on paper, it means the person... Absolutely. You organize it. So you see every point a twin of the other point. It's not that you disorganize points. So you see that we will stay in the office, and when we stay in the office, we're going to think, say, let's look at the party from bottom. And how do you do that? You announce an activity plan. Now, our activity plan no be indicate where officer A will be at a particular time in a month. So, for example, as soon as I get the job, and I'm confident that the party people will give me 70% on the 17th of July, August the 5th, maybe announce an activity plan. And the activity plan will be deploy all officers of the party, not all, probably 16 officers, we will leave the chairman, and 16 officers of the party in the countryside. Let's go out and listen to the people for the first time before we even do our first National Steering Committee meeting. Okay,
so because okay, but me who baby because you also as central for no.
Yes.
Who engages some of the party people are ebinuma bamabu, ebinuma kasakasa, ebinuma buafu, ebinuma fi say ya poor mu.
Communication.
Me who baby
0.6.
Oh, okay. So revive the demotivated communications directorate of party. All communicators at all levels must have a reason to continue to advocate for the party. I will put a plan in place to look after them. And the look is this. Yeah. I will also support the directorate to recruit brilliant communicators from the regions and constituencies and offer them opportunities to feature on programs reserved for certain class of persons. Are certain programs reserved for certain class of persons?
Absolutely. Where are communicators in the countryside? What happened? Ask my executive assistant on our way to time I call Winchi for a high court case. Say Techiman South case. No? High court new Techiman. So almost decade no Winchi. So as part of me travel around just to understand the party to do this job well. So I decided say one day I attend the court. Me assistant you call Winchi. On our way to Winchi, drew Techiman no we were going to Winchi. It be a Link FM. I'm a very avowed listener of radio. Be a Link FM. And then almost a discussion about e-levy. That was the time our e-levy issue by my brother, young man, 23-year-old Daniel Ansa. Chi, I understand Chi 100%. Kasan hear me problem.
Yeah.
Now almost analysis in Chi. The boy now it was NDC, PNC, MPP panelists. The boy this are communicator or organizing the understanding of the e-levy.
That's
catch me driver. So we won't say, you pass a particular runabout before you head. So we pass that runabout. And I make catch me driver say, no, I need to see this boy. So we did a U-turn. We came to the city. Sack said, we are looking for Link FM. Where Link FM is. We went and parked our car and then waited. They came down. A number of them came down. I maybe saw almost say, MPP panelists no. Oh, they showed me this boy Daniel, 23-year-old, clever, smart. In fact, let me confess to viewers, the way Daniel or Chichemu e-levy at that time I didn't understand e-levy the way he understood it. Such a person needs to come to Badwam. This is a big platform. Daniel must be sitting here. So we have to have a strategy to recruit our community.
You hope not join with demotivation.
Absolutely. So Daniel, look, the only problem Daniel will have to come here is a little bit of studio intimidation. And I say, or to me, if he understands the studio and have the personal connection with the people, the flow will come. So maybe the first 2-3 days. It all happens. That is the job of the director: research, welfare, strategy, training. The job of a communication directorate is not to be talking. If the party will have to produce a spokesperson, that's fine. But the director of communications of a party, your Juma is not to talk. Your Juma is to research, recruit, welfare, train, and make sure that the communicating director has a strategic plan. Where your strategic plans were, even speakers' notes. Would there be your communicators? We should be doing proper speakers' notes on every major
But when was the last time I called communications meeting?
I'm not a member. They don't even think that they should widen. You realize that I said I will consult. One of the things, in which page did I say I will consult widely? Maybe if you read to the end, you will see that.
Let me check.
I will consult
Okay, so you have it here. I will also support the directive to recruit brilliant communicators from the regions and constituencies and offer them opportunities to feature on programs reserved for a certain class of people. We must find innovative ways of making our communication effective, convincing and pointful. This means we must consult widely.
The wealthier brains of our party.
And use the wealthy brains of the party.
This party is hugely brainy. I'm telling you. The number of people who you talk to. What? Now, so we say we are in India. Maybe you haven't met. So I say, yeah, we should have them. People in communication, people in trade, people in foreign relationships, people in media. As a general secretary, you should be looking for these people to help you. Not in a formal meeting, but one-on-one conversations with them about particular issues. No. So we should be helped. Where is Nana Komia? One of the most prolific people we have in this party. He does his bit by helping the party to go and communicate. What other use has the party used him for?
But Musa, a lot of factors, so and ebe coordinate more results. Amongst some factors, ni binese sika ebre onipane why ready so betu no watch ama party no. These are key.
You have a government in power, you don't have money. What
government in opposition?
The government in opposition now we are lasu. Obian working hard here. We need power. We will do ABCD political party people, NDC, MPP, PNC. That is what we tell our supporters all the time. Now your government is in power. You continue to tell them say people should sacrifice. No, you empower them. That word sacrifice should not ever be there. They should be encouraged, motivated, and empowered to do the work. Now you have a government in power, a very progressive government doing well for over 30 million Ghanaians. Untimin tappy on the government, use common sense to get resources from the government to manage their party. You think that if I go to Mr. President at 6 a.m. in the morning and tell him that the school feeding program, we have to do everything we can as a government to address this matter, Mr. President. I'm chief executive of their party, and I think that this is worrying their party. You think the president will not listen to me? Or than a bedroom, me baho 6 a.m. The national intelligence have informed him that the general secretary is here 6 a.m. By 9, he's down. Disciplined man, I know. And then say, Musa, come in. What's the matter? I am told you were here 6 a.m. I said, yes, Mr. President, I can't sleep. And the reason I can't sleep is that I have to produce 2 monuments for you. 2. Number 1 monument is for you to win the elections in 2024. And that will be the biggest monument of your life. And number 2, this party, we must fix this party proper. And the way we can win the elections is to do little things. They tell him, school feeding, we should pay it. We should pay school feeding. And the reason we should pay it is not because of MPP. It's because Ghanaian people, the young business people have gone into the project. And look at the NDC using it against us. School feeding, NDC is using it against us. All these little mistakes, the party should work with government. General Secretary, you are the coordinating officer between the party and the government. So that when these little things are happening, you go and tell the president. Not everything. The president is carrying the whole country on his head. Security, diplomacy, economy. And they're easy. And I congratulate Akufo-Addo. Look at his age. And look at how indefatigable this man is. And you cannot address petty problems in their party. You want Akufo-Addo to come to the headquarters and address it? No way.
And then the confidence.
I am confident because this party has a future. And the only way we can redefine and try and find purpose for this party is to make me general secretary.
But you are not confident because godfathers.
Godfatherism is bad. Now, it's one of the things I'll try and discourage.
This is where probably the party will have a challenge with you because we are blatant.
A very bad thing. Nobody should encourage it. It's evil, it's a monster. Godfatherism. What is that? Why should we have godfathers in our party? The party of Ajenim Boatin, the party of the large. BJ Darocha, Alajiti, Stephen Kreku, Nana Dodenko, Akufo-Addo, Damboichi, they opened up this party and there was a fairer competition.
And I say you lived it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to leave it. And everybody know that I've lived my life not as a struggling, very, very competitive young person, struggling throughout the ranks of the days of poor struggle. So I say, open up the party so that everybody will see hope in their party. How can you see hope in one individual? We see hope in the party. You open it, the Damboche model.
And what's that model?
The model is open empowerment. Obiawo opportunity to compete. If you narrow the party, any acrimony. And that is not what I want. This party founded Ghana. If people don't know, there's all this talk about CPP. Of course, CPP played the role. But this party founded Ghana. The UGCC, the leadership of this party, were the great-great-grandfathers of the Dankwa Buzia Dombo. We recruited Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to come and help in the foundation of Ghana. So we have to write the history of Ghana properly. Now, how can you treat such a party like that? MPP is Ghana. And people can make their noise, but the fact remains the fact.
I'm going to make that noise. MPP cannot be Ghana.
That's right. So we can debate that another time. Today, I'm not sure that you have time. We started it. We started fighting the colonialism. When the Anlo movement and the Northern People's Party and the National Liberations Movement, who are the leadership? Who are the leadership? Where was NDC then? And where was CPP? CPP came after all this struggle. Then they went and brought, well, we say now we were very open. One of the values of the LPP is openness. We are very open. We are looking for all Ghanaians everywhere to come and join the fight. And then we were told that Nkrumah is a very strategic person.
Oh, Babria party, they say echo position, they say attractive, they say breaking the 8, I be BB or Honum. I don't understand
as a general secretary.
Yeah.
Because the party is weak. Very, very weak. It has been the weakest since the formation of this party in 1992. Now that is why I'm coming, so that we can.
The party heading kunim premier,
Nkunim ayedi,
yeah, party heading kunim.
Yes, in Nkunim ayedi, it was the 2016 one. 2 factors. It was a clarion call.
Ghana for the
Ghanaian clarion call, supported by a massive leadership campaign exhibited and demonstrated by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And we saw the kind of campaign. That's one leg. The other leg is that a former general secretary had done all this, about 80% of the work. Polling stations, elections were done without problems, with a high level of tactical understanding. And then electoral area coordinator election done, no problems. Constituency elections done, no problems. Parliamentary primaries done, 100%, no problems. Presidential elections done, no problem. The product of our work, that nearly 70% of all this technical work was done by a former general secretary. And the product of that work delivered the 169 seats. So you remember, from there are about 102 or 103 seats, to 169 seats. So, job, it was actually done and handed over. So the current general secretary took over the unexpired term of a former general secretary. And then he joined the bandwagon of this campaign. Now he was doing a massive campaign, and the leadership of the campaign was the president, supported ably and fantastically by the vice president. And then we used the party policy. But the technical bit, our groundwork, preparing the party, appointing the officers, looking at the headquarters at that time, it was done by a former general secretary.
Okay, so Mr. Superior, General Secretary in waiting, what's the free potential about waiting? Because in common with I know I didn't say BB or B, now say Chima Bana, we're still wavering. Delegates, Minister, and I'm also margin, yeah, we say, yeah, but we have 3 more points. It be your discussion, but I'm seeing other equally important issues I seek to address. You have A, government-party relationship, headquarters working closely with government appointees, MMDCs and constituency executives working as a team, strengthening our international branches, review the workings of the special wings of the party, i.e., Youth Wing, TESCON, Women's Wing, and NASARA. I will ensure that these bodies run on full strength and effectively anchor the mobilization of the masses for election 2024. A program tailored to empowering our party youth will be established. Skills development, entrepreneurship, etc. will be deliberately implemented to add value to our young people. We are interested in point number G.
Yes.
That is a program tailored to empowering.
That's right.
But young Komra.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can wrap up.
Thank you.
One
Thank
of the few. Saba, I feel no abeka ho Musa Superior ana menene twetwe nkomo e wan me say no. General Secretary Simin Free a potential General Secretary General Secretary in waiting. Enti o wan say I didn't see this. The People's Campaign, Party First. Yes. I don't know the People's Campaign. NDC, the People's Manifesto, almost say. Why the People's Campaign?
Because they say, you try to incentivize a party. So, me started campaign me a lot of research. And I realized, say involving the ordinary members as a campaign officials around the country, encourage you more. So, your campaign ye seek assem any logistics assem Ghanaian citizens are MPP for they help us. So for example, say Nkoko, you see officers, members of the party in Nkoko who will gather around and find money for us to do hotels and things like that. So yeah, for campaign no money panel just for them to own their party. Now they move to own the campaign. Now, the moment the campaign transfers into the headquarters, what it also means is that they will own their party at the headquarters. So we encourage everybody. So that is why we don't have
at every step.
Any campaign structure. Any campaign structure like director of this, director of that, campaign this. No, any campaign structure. Everybody or a captain of the campaign.
Okay.
Will be a captain.
Okay. Yeah. So let's skip with 3 points. Number of interest to me. As a time, Oma.
Yeah.
Your other equally important issues that you seek to address. No. Point G. You know, yeah. A program tailored to empowering our party youth will be established. Skills development, entrepreneurship, etc. will be deliberately implemented to add value to our young people. How do you do that?
Yeah, very, very simple. I'm sure that you have heard about the ANC, the African National Congress. That man is a Mandela called prison. And I think he was released in the early 1990s. Oba back, no, not the ANC party, no. Now he was totally devastated. So he's asking people like Thabo Mbeki and the rest, why is the ANC so weak now? And they say, time I call prison, the ANC was actually taken over by the white people. They say, but this is a pan-Africanist body, fighting these white people. So Nelson Mandela got a lot of money from the international community that then to resettle him. So Ochiche Sekano, my ANC activist, today, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is a leading shareholder of a big company, I don't want to mention the company, in the world, no, you're a beneficiary of the black economic empowerment policy of the ANC. So that we can do good things. So that is why for the first time, I'll be pushing for the creation of the business development unit at the party headquarters. And Article 2, under aims and objectives, clause 14, talks about entrepreneurship, talks about competition, talks about business, and talks about property owning democracy. And can't say property. It means that we are going to open up the market, make it competitive, encourage Ghanaians to do business so that they can own property. That's the meaning of property owning democracy. So we should have a unit and a directorate at the party headquarters to do that. So initially, I'm looking to spend around 50 million Ghana cedis. Because the entire amount needed for our polling station executives, constituency executives, any electoral area coordinators, around 250 million. That is not any too good money, but it's also big money. So if you push it into the system, it will incentivize our board. So every constituency officer, 10,000 Ghana cedis. That money cannot represent the sweat, the sacrifice, the family reject, the job reject, the education disregard, to keep this party. It's a token. Now, SARS can also put my business. Now, say, a business that you can add it. So there were 4,675 constituency officers. So every constituency officer 10,000 cedis to go and start a business. That the total amount of money that we will give out is under 50 million, 46,750,000. Now, Sikano, the office of the General Secretary or the National Executive should raise this money within the twinkle of an eye. You can raise 50 million and push it into the business development unit and do an allocation for our party constituency officers to start business. Is that criminal? Is that illegal? No, it is not. It is innovation. All these things are good. It's now almost started when I went to Pro East and I'm sorry, madam, for the paper, me Freudi. The woman organizer, sorry, one of their officers, or a bakery. The moment I mentioned the policy, she jumped on and hugged me and said, "Nyami Badwam." This is an officer of the party or your business, and she's got a working capital of 3,000 doing bakery. The moment I mentioned the policy of empowerment, let me indicate details like the woman hugged me and told me, "Nyami Badwam." In fact, that is one of the reasons why I'm going to win this election. Nyami Badwam, God should help you. Come and save us. We are struggling. That alone, the spirit of God is coming. So, under the business development unit. Now, me person mean show BB on a picture. If your people can bring it here, I'll be very grateful. Okay, Dominic, now you will be shocked. So this is what I don't know if your cameras can capture
they'll
it.
Pick it up.
This is what I was talking about. Token reward package. Okay. So you see that under the
so
token,
hold it so that the camera can
under the token reward package, who say the total amount of money required to be able to do that, 250 million. But say who roll out policy? You can't complete the policy at a go. It's a bit by bit. So for example, time I rolling out free senior high school, there were a number of things we didn't get right. Now we are getting them right. In fact, there are still a number of things we haven't found. I don't know if
it's on.
Yes. Yeah. There are still a number of things that we haven't found right. But a policy that is good, and therefore every single day government of Ghana will make effort to do it. So you're rolling out policy here. First of all, we deal with
token reward package, constituency executives, electoral area coordinators, polling station executives, and you have the figures there.
Yeah, so the constituency executive, how much?
Is 4,675. 17 by 275. And then when you come to electoral area coordinators, 1 by 9,078. That's get you in the same figure. Polling station executive, 5 by 33,367. It's also giving you a figure. Business development unit, so you break it down. Constituency executives, electoral area coordinators, polling station executives, and there's a breakdown.
Yes.
As to how it's
so our breakdown, each constituency executive, the party will mobilize 10,000 cedis for him. Okay. And that 10,000 business capital. And then you will be monitored. So under the business development unit. Oh. Yes, under the business development
unit.
To
the camera.
Under the business development unit, you'll be monitored.
So business jobs, business capital, government jobs, training, coaching, supervision.
Exactly. So, Mami, explain it. So, the business development directorate, that is the job they will do. First of all, they will have to look for, say, constituency executives, electoral area coordinators, any police, a number of them are degree holders. A number of them. In fact, our last check was 22% of the last constituency executives were degree holders. Now, they want to exit from poor jobs to very reasonable, meaningful jobs. It is the general secretary should be concentrating on that. That is human resource development. So we find jobs for them.
So that is the party's business development unit?
Yes, the one we are going to create. That is what they are going to concentrate. And every day they will finding out if you have a certificate, you come to the party. Job, to see whether they can fix here, they can fix here. And if they need to tell you, oh, this is a diploma, why don't you go and top up? The party should be able to help with school fees to go and do that. So we should have a welfare plan for this party. Amount for Bibre, they have voluntarily joined this party and they have helped the growth, significant group of this party. So, who watch here and finally, Ombeye training, coaching and supervision. Now, okay, watch this before
because of time. So, show it. Yeah.
I want every MPP person to see this.
Hey, where the party, new party office?
Who there? Wait. There are two buildings, one on the top, one under. We are in government for 5 years. NDC were in government for Atamil's time, no? Now I'm building the top office. Top office, the Dubai-like building. And at the Washington-like building, Iowa top, no, is NDC office. The down office, the chaos you see here is MPP office. This will make every MPP person cry. They built it when they were in power. We are in power, we can build that. It doesn't matter, let the noise make. How did they get money to do it? We made the noise. Now, I'm assuring every MPP, on my watch as General Secretary, one of the key things, conversation I will start quickly, is for us to pull that building down and build a modern, ultra-modern office for our party. This one does not define the MPP proper.
Okay, Musa Superior, I wish you well. Always proud to be talking to you.
Thank you, my brother.
Onyamin Kao. My mother say, bam, Onyamin Shirao.
Yes.
But that's it, please. Thank you. Take care, enjoy your day, and serve Ghana well. Bye-bye.